CosmDot.com.
Hey, it's Mace. You have never experienced anything like Cosm. Trust me, it will blow your mind, and you can experience the Emirates NBA Cup like never before. NBA action in immersive shared reality. Every assist and dunk and buzzer beater comes to life on Cosm's immense 8K plus wraparound display. Use our exclusive discount code ESPNLA. Get 20% off any NBA event in November. Get your tickets now at Cosm.com. That's COSM.com.
This holiday season, Capital One reminds you to give yourself the gift of 1.5% cash back with the Capital One Quicksilver Card.
Can I earn 1.5% cash back on birds?
Birds?
What if you sent your true love 2 turtle doves plus a partridge in a pear tree?
Sure, but why would anyone want that?
The song was very convincing.
Earn 1.5% cash back on all your holiday purchases with the Capital One Quicksilver Card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
At the Home Depot, we know Saturdays are for college football. That's why we have everything you need to never miss a play. Like North America's #1 home fire safety brand, Kidda. Because on a day full of football sounds you love, like fight songs, roaring crowds, and your favorite commentators...
like me, Kirk Herbstreit.
The last sound you want to hear is... Defend your game time with Kidda and the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Based on total household installations as of December 2023.
ESPN 710, Los Angeles.
Sports!
And it is the biggest show on the radio. Mason and Ireland is on for your Monday afternoon.
Ireland, best show on the radio.
Here we go on Michelob Ultra. Reaction Monday, Michelob Ultra. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Mace was in the building at SoFi Stadium when the Rams pulled off the major upset. Hit the tape.
2 minutes to go in regulation. Stafford from the shotgun, looking left, throws right. Receiver screen, caught, blocked, touchdown, Puka Nacua! Touchdown LA! With 1:54 remaining, a receiver screen for a 2-possession lead over the Buffalo Bills.
Rams beat the Bills, and we'll get ready for Thursday night against the Niners. Plus, Johnny I is back in studio after that long road trip. And look, the Lakers won last night. Dare we say, with no LeBron James, ... And Juan Soto has a home, Blake Trinan has a new contract, and so much more. Let's get to it. Celebrating 20 years at ESPN Los Angeles, the biggest show on the radio. Mason and Ireland, your Monday afternoon right now.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Or as Morales would say, good afternoon.
Good. I don't need a second take.
Missed a little edit there.
Is.
That's all right.
Okay.
Exactly.
Right as is.
Let it roll. We'll do it live.
We'll do it live.
There you go. Always have that ready to go in the queue.
We'll do it live.
All right, so
Mace, how you feeling,
I feel
man?
great, man. It was an unbelievable game yesterday. So much fun, and I was as on edge as you could possibly be as I watched the lead sort of slide away.
Did you ever think in the third quarter when they were up 2 or 3 scores that the game was over?
Never.
Yeah, either did I.
Because it's Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's Josh. It's not over. I've seen him do this before. It was that play that we just played, the big touchdown pass to Puka Nacua is the one that sealed the deal. But even at the end, I'm like, oh, come on, onside kick. Even the onside kick, I was nervous.
Right.
I was nervous from beginning to end at that game.
I had a feeling that whoever had the last possession was winning the game. It turned out that way, but it was such a great game. And you know what you should feel really good about is, for whatever reason this year, the Rams have not been offensively what they've been in the past. They just haven't been able to, I would say early in the season they would not have been able to win a high-scoring shootout like that.
Yes, I agree.
But now they can. If you got Puka and Cooper Kupp both healthy and Sean McVay calling the plays, you can win a game 44-42.
Yeah.
If you would have told me on Friday, Ireland, the Rams are going to give up 42 points, I would have said
lights out.
Final score 42-17 Buffalo.
Yeah.
But not anymore, man. They've figured some stuff out. They've got a line. They're using 2 running backs now. Blake Corum is spelling Kyren Williams a little
playing
bit.
well.
And it doesn't matter that
went to a 4 wide receiver set late in that game, which worked. Tutu Atwell, big catches.
How about
Demarcus Robinson
how about Matthew,
should have been a caught bomb.
Yeah. What about Matthew Stafford on 4th and 5 with the game on the line, throwing the ball to Atwell?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, you would have bet money
He
that
likes
was
Atwell,
going,
and he likes Robinson, both.
Well, you would have bet money it's either going to Cooper Kupp, Nakua, or Kyron.
Yes.
And none of the above.
None of the above.
So if he's going to spread the ball around like that, sky is the limit.
And, you know, for as much as we talk about or have talked about Josh Allen, and I think yesterday, despite losing the game, I think he sealed the deal on the Most Valuable Player award. Matthew Stafford is an absolute elite quarterback. When he starts rolling, he is great, and he was great yesterday.
Yeah, it's I mean,
and by the way, they're now only like a game out of the wild card.
Well, did you think this far ahead? They now control their own destiny.
Control their own destiny, exactly. Jets. Niners.
They could lose.
Jets.
They could lose to the Niners. They often lose in San Francisco, but they don't have to go undefeated to make the playoffs.
No. I think if you go 3-1, let's see, you're 7-6. 3-1, I think
10 gets you the division.
10 gets you in.
I agree.
10 gets you in. I think. But I'm super excited about that. And by the way, the crowd yesterday. Lots of Buffalo fans, actually really, really good fans. I thought excellent fans.
It sounded, you were there, so you can tell me, but it sounded 50-50. It wasn't a complete Buffalo takeover, but it also was not Rams fans being dominant.
Correct.
It sounded like a college game.
I would say, 55-45, 64, something like that. But, I mean, it was a good showing, and it was a really good environment. So I thought, all in all, just a spectacular day, capping off a spectacular weekend. Ireland, what did you do with – oh, well, you got games. Yeah, you had games. Friday night was a great game. It was fun. Went down to the wire, but obviously didn't win. And last night, even though no LeBron, they were able to beat Portland.
Yes, which leads us to this conversation that has been kind of ground swelling. It started on the pregame shows over the weekend that would the Lakers ever consider moving LeBron? Now, this is not – I want to be really clear about this. This is not my suggestion nor what I would want because I'm the Laker announcer and I want stars.
Yep.
But listen to Michael Wilbon on ESPN over the weekend.
That doesn't mean draft picks.
Talking about the Warriors.
It doesn't mean guys who are in their second and third year. Steph and Draymond are in their mid-30s. We're not talking about guys who are 30, 31, approaching with a long runway. We're talking about guys who want to, I'm sure, win now. I mean, this is a team you follow very closely. They do things big. When you've won 4 championships, the only way to get bigger is to put the best, shiniest, brightest, most substantive piece you can put on that team. And guess what? If that guy happens to be playing for a team that isn't any good, a few hundred miles south, isn't any good, and going nowhere this year, and he's even older than Steph and Draymond, and we just saw him play in the Olympics, Brian Windhorst did, and I know he loved it because he sat there and watched it live. We just saw them play together. I'm sorry, this is an easy answer. Elbow me if I'm wrong about this.
I wouldn't elbow you if you was wrong because I love you too much, but you're right. This is
LeBron James.
Yep.
What do you think?
I would absolutely consider it right now. I would. I don't think this team, what we've got right now, and I think 11-9 now, and just fell apart after initial good stretch. I don't think there's any way to make a case that this is a team that's a threat for a championship right now. And if that's the case, if you've got an opportunity to jumpstart things and begin to rebuild, I think it's something you've got to consider if the deal is right.
Well, let me make this perfectly clear. I don't think any of this can happen if LeBron doesn't instigate it.
Yes.
I don't think that the Lakers would ever go behind LeBron's back. I think they would say to him, look, Warriors are calling us. Are you interested?
Right. Well, this is what happened last year.
Right.
Ramona wrote about this, that there was a conversation, I think it was in January, near the trade deadline, and there was this conversation about, what if? And then Rich Paul, no, probably not. And LeBron, no. So LeBron did say no a year ago a year plus ago at the trade deadline last year. So, and we have no indication that he necessarily would say yes to anything at the moment. I said, I mean, does he leave Bronny out to dry if he leaves and goes to Golden State?
I don't know. Well, you could always put Bronny in the deal. But the important thing to remember here is that the Lakers always look at their stars as partners.
Yeah.
So they would never, like, negotiate a trade for LeBron and then call him and say, hey, we've traded you to X.
Sure.
It would be more the other way. LeBron would have to, with his stature in the game, he would have to come to them and say, all right, guys, I have 1 or 2 years left, tops.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like we're competing for the title this year. I'm going to go chase a title. And then I think the Lakers would have a decision to make. But, again, selfishly, I hope it doesn't happen because I'm the Lakers play-by-play guy and I love calling LeBron's games. But, Greg, you have been arguing for
a long
months
time
that this should have been on the front burner.
Let's go back about 3 months, right?
Not
3
even,
months ago.
I would say a year. For
I don't
you.
have a long memory, so tell me what.
You made fun of me.
I
you
don't
said
believe it was
absolutely
me.
not.
No, it doesn't sound like me.
These are all things
Make
that
fun of people?
actually
No.
happened. These are real things that happened that we should have just said, okay, we love everything you did for us, LeBron. You're amazing. You're fantastic. You got us a championship. All those things. It's time for you to just move on.
Yeah.
And just go the way that he needs to go. Now, then the next conversation was, oh, what does AD do? I think he still stays.
I don't know. I think it all.
But isn't that the argument, though? That was the argument in the
here's
summer.
The thing. If LeBron goes and asks, hypothetically, then I don't think necessarily AD says, I'm out of here, because it was LeBron's decision. It wasn't the team dealing
And
LeBron
by the way,
out from under his nose.
That's the only way this is going down, folks.
Yeah.
Trust me.
But you yelled and screamed at me that said that.
Oh, no, this
what
is
would
the
you ever do?
star-driven
Yeah,
effing
what would you?
town.
Well,
what do you
feel
do
that
with
way.
no LeBron James?
I still feel that way, that it is a star-driven town. So what part of this conversation is what would you get in return? And
there are some nice players on that roster.
For a 40-year-old LeBron that has a big contract, you're not going to get a lot.
But you got to get the money to match.
Right, of course.
But there's a bigger conversation as to logistically how hard this is to pull off, which we will share with you coming up. Brian Windhorst, who covers LeBron more than anybody and has covered him since high school, laid out in that same pregame show with Wilbon the difficulty of even doing something like this. And I want to be honest with the listeners. There is no conversations I've heard, none, and I travel with them and do their games, where this is being discussed internally by the Lakers. It would have to come from LeBron.
Right.
It would absolutely have to come from LeBron.
Okay, we'll get to that coming up next, how difficult it would be to execute something like this. Plus, Juan Soto signs, and there's an amazing stat about his gigantic deal. It involves LeBron and Tom Brady. We'll do that coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Okay, let's talk about your smile and how to get you a brighter, healthier smile. Beverly Hills Orthodontics. You've heard Dr. Monica Madden talking to me on the station. She's a top 1% Diamond Invisalign provider. Your smile is in expert hands. If you don't like your teeth, anything about your teeth, you got to go see Monica. This is her passion. She wants you to love your smile, not like, love it. They have 4 convenient locations: Beverly Hills, Studio City, Alhambra, and downtown LA. And she has an unmatchable team. You can check her out today at BeverlyHillsOrtho.com or call 877-7-LET'S-DO-THIS. That's 877-753-8736. Monica, to me, is exactly what you want in a dentist or an orthodontist. She's not going to rest, and she's not going to be happy until you're happy. And to prove it, she's got a special offer right now for ESPN LA listeners. For the first people who register now, just go to BeverlyHillsOrtho.com and enter the code SMILE. She'll give you $1,000 off Invisalign or braces treatment, whatever you want. $1,000 off. Or you can, if you don't want to go on the website, just call the office, 877-LET'S-DO-THIS. Use the code SMILE. Tell them you heard it on ESPN LA. Beverly Hills Ortho, BeverlyHillsOrtho.com. ESPN LA and Beverly Hills Ortho are teaming up because we want to know who's smiling in SoCal. Go to ESPNLA.com and nominate who you think is making LA a better place. Could be a mentor, a teacher, a coach, a good Samaritan, or you could nominate yourself. You could win prizes like sweet tickets, Sonic Care electric toothbrushes, whitening treatment, or the grand prize, Invisalign. Enter now at ESPNLA.com. And remember, you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Ortho.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
Hurry! It's your last chance to donate for 2024.
Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. No title? No problem. Call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS or go online at carsforkids.org to donate today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Paid for by Cars for Kids.
Hey, it's Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike. I have teamed up with Travis and DeMarco to tell you about personal injury attorney Joseph S. Normand and his all-star legal team.
We've been talking about the law office of Joseph S. Normand for months, and they've helped listeners achieve maximum compensation that they deserve in an accident.
Getting into an accident can be scary and frustrating dealing with insurance companies. Let the Normand All-Star team handle it for you. Visit normandlegal.com or 213-747-2000.
The law offices of Joseph S. Normand, 213-747-2000.
Be sure to listen to Rams Super Bowl champion DeMarco Farr every Monday in the 9 a.m. hour on his new show, The Travis and DeMarco Show. He's going to give you his best of from the whole football weekend. And you know, when DeMarco serves up a best of, you know it means something. Don't miss it. They've got their best of the weekend, plus your chance to win a Fantasy Springs weekend getaway prize pack with your best of. That's Mondays in the 9 a.m. hour on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN. Made possible by Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. Escape the everyday at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino, just minutes from Palm Springs.
Have you all heard about the P-roll?
Nurse Flake, the viral comedy sensation.
The P-roll states that you are never allowed to hook up, get married to someone at the hospital whose job starts with the letter P. Police, paramedics, firefighters.
Nurse Flake.
Yeah, that hit all of us.
Saturday, January 11th at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. Buy tickets now at fantasyspringsresort.com.
This holiday season, Capital One reminds you to give yourself the gift of 1.5% cash back with the Capital One Quicksilver Card.
Can I earn 1.5% cash back on birds?
Birds?
What if you sent your true love 2 turtle doves plus a partridge in a pear tree?
Sure, but why would anyone want that?
The song was very convincing.
Earn 1.5% cash back on all your holiday purchases with the Capital One Quicksilver Card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
At the Home Depot, we know Saturdays are for college football. That's why we have everything you need to never miss a play. Like North America's #1 home fire safety brand, Kidda. Because on a day full of football sounds you love, like fight songs, roaring crowds, and your favorite commentators...
Like me, Kirk Herbstreit.
The last sound you want to hear is... Defend your game time with Kidda and the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Based on total household installations as of December 2023.
Hi, this is Matthew Stafford of your Los Angeles Rams. This is Mason in Ireland on your home of Rams football. 710 ESPN.
Brand new whip, just hopped in. I got options.
What's up, people? It is a Michelob Ultra Reaction Monday, reacting to the Rams win. The Lakers win last night. Kings have won 5 in a row thanks to Michelob Ultra. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. So I was playing on the trade machine, Ireland.
Yeah.
It's not an easy deal to make.
No, and we'll let you hear what Brian Windhorst thinks of it, too. And then, we're getting reaction here. Here's Danny Sanchez. Ireland Mason, you guys are idiots. Jeannie would never do that.
Well,
You're right.
That's 100% true.
You're right. Jeannie would not instigate it. But if LeBron went to her, Jeannie considers her star players partners.
Yes.
And she wants them to be happy. So what we're talking about is if LeBron instigated it.
Yes.
That's it. So it wouldn't be Jeannie or Rob saying to LeBron, hey, we want to trade you. It would have to be the other way around.
LeBron saying, "Hey,
hey guys, I've done everything I can do here. I got you the title. I just want to try and go somewhere else for my last 2 years." If LeBron came at them that way, then the ball starts rolling.
Yes. It is now. Let's see. I am playing around on the trade machine, trying to figure out something that'll work. That's not going to work. This isn't going to work.
Well,
How about
while
if I
you're looking at
eliminate
that, play
this guy?
Windhorse.
Okay.
This'll pour a little bit of cold water on what we're talking about. But Brian, I think, has the proper perspective here about how hard it would be, even if you were Greg Bergman and you wanted LeBron gone. It's hard to do. Even Greg, you would admit that, right?
Yeah, it's impossible to do.
No, it's not impossible.
No, it's not impossible.
But listen to Windhorst. It's pretty close.
Close to it.
Listen to Windhorst.
So this has to be.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hit the wrong
carefully,
button. Let's go
skillfully
with.
done.
That's Windhorst.
So this has to be carefully, skillfully done. And our dear friend to the right, Mr. Windhorst, is going to tell us how that can
I'm very
happen.
interested in all this. Like, I would be lying if I said that there isn't been some conversations in the league. Would LeBron at some point this year, revisit that? Because you remember last year at the trade deadline, the Warriors called. But I just want to say a couple of things. First off, any trade that the Warriors make is going to be complicated. They have only $500,000 that they're allowed to spend more in this season. It's first, second apron stuff. I know it's boring. Any trade that they make, they really can't take on more money. Guess what? The Lakers are not allowed to take on any money because they're in the first apron. So it's possible if LeBron wanted it. Also, LeBron has a no trade clause. Also, the Lakers don't own their first round pick. It goes unprotected. The Atlanta Hawks, who they're playing tonight. The Hawks, I think, are going to try extra hard to beat them. So I would just say that twice in the last 10 months, LeBron has had an opportunity to leave the Lakers. One, at the trade deadline last year when the Warriors called, the Lakers went to LeBron and said, "Do you seriously want to get traded?" He said, "No." Last summer, he became a free agent. He re-signed with the Lakers. I understand what you're saying, Wilbon, that you don't think that the Lakers are going anywhere this year, but LeBron has repeatedly made it clear he wants to be a Laker. And if that's the case, he's got a no-trade clause. There's nothing really to talk about.
But, Wendy, how many chances is LeBron James going to give Jeannie Buss and Rob Pelinka to get something done? He took a pay cut for them to get something done. They still haven't got off their behinds and did nothing.
He knew exactly what the roster was going to be, and he said,
but now it's the reality of it,
years.
Brian. It's not guessing or projecting. He's in it. They're not any good. So LeBron's just going to ride it out with this group when he could. And by the way, the no trade is nothing. You're not going to do it if LeBron doesn't want to do it. He's going to have to drive this.
Your point is excellent. His actions say, "I want to be a Laker."
All right, so that is reality.
Yes.
It would have to be. And let me say this. As somebody who's announced every one of LeBron's games since he became a Laker, I've done them all. Here's Mace. Here's his stat line from the last game he played in on Friday night.
Yep.
39 points, 10 rebounds, 11 assists, 3 blocks, 2 steals, 14 of 25 from the field.
Yep.
And he's 40 in 2 weeks. He's the oldest player in the NBA, and he is a one-man wrecking ball. It is an absolute pleasure to get to watch this guy play every night. But having said all of that, if the Lakers aren't winning, then anything's possible.
Right, and you're pointing out that night, LeBron going into the game on Friday had the worst plus-minus of his career behind only his rookie year. He obviously struggled both with a shot and ability to drive to the basket. His three-point shooting was absolutely dreadful. At one point, I think he was 0 for 17, 0 for 18, something like that.
Yeah, he missed 20 in a row, but he's corrected that. I mean, even in the game before that against the Heat, he was the only one doing anything.
Yeah, I don't know. That game was so bad, you almost got to throw the entire thing out.
He was 12 of 18 in that game, 29 points, 8 assists. But if you lose that, and Greg, this is what people like you and people in your camp need to be willing to accept. If LeBron walks out the door, we're going straight to the bottom.
Well, for a short time, and I think people are okay with that. I don't think you realize how much Laker fans just want to win. So if you have a
But
superstar,
what I'm saying is you're going to lose big.
yeah, you're gonna lose early, and then you're gonna try to rebuild. Now whether you trust Rob Pelinka to rebuild this team, that's a whole other conversation. But this conversation also, you were talking about all those stats in the 7 games prior to that Atlanta game, where I think he had 4 turnovers. He averaged almost 6 turnovers a game.
Machine,
he was turning the ball over and causing more issues the other way.
But he's leading the way.
Yeah, he had 35 turnovers in 7 games prior to that. So that's
part of that is because he always has the ball. But
but has the ball too much. His usage rate is too high. That is a huge problem. The more he has the ball, the less.
Everything else was down. The plus minus was down because he's turning the ball over a lot, and he shouldn't be in his hands.
By the way, can we get a repairman in here? The trade machine is broken.
Okay. I thought I needed to fix something again. I was like, are you kidding me?
Try to
I'm
put
just
LeBron
happy the
in.
clock works. Somebody fix the clock while I was gone.
We're fixing everything
Whenever I
around
put
here,
LeBron
right?
into a trade, it says trade restriction because he's got a no trade clause, so
Slowly
they
but
won't
surely.
let you trade.
Well,
him.
no, again, Mace, let me say it
No,
again
I'm
for
saying
the
the
third
machine
time.
will not.
What we're talking about, this conversation that we're having, doing what Greg has been arguing they should have been doing 6 months ago.
Yeah.
It only happens if you get LeBron on board. LeBron has to be the instigator.
Yes.
He has to be the one to want to do it. And like Wendy said, at this point, as we sit here at 12:42 on Monday, he's given no indication that he doesn't want to be a Laker.
No.
And if LeBron wants to be a Laker, you thank your lucky stars you get to watch him play every night, and you roll the dice and go. But if they're losing, particularly those games they lost last week to Minnesota and Miami, where they gave no effort, they looked terrible, you could say the whole thing is broken.
Denver, Phoenix.
Then,
Phoenix.
Then I think LeBron's entire career has been surrounded by winning, and you could make an argument to him, the people closest to him, that, hey, you only have 1 or 2 years left. You live for titles. Let's force a move.
And really,
if he did that, I wouldn't blame him.
And there isn't really anywhere else he would go besides Golden State. If he had to pick and choose, is there what other place would he want to go to? Like Denver? Probably not. He'd want to play with Steph. I think it's basically how it goes.
When he's been asked in the past, is there anybody that you'd really love to play with? He would say Steph, but he loves Chris Paul. Like Chris Paul and Wemby.
Yeah, but you're not winning a title this year with that.
Oh, if Oklahoma City wanted to give up those 27 draft picks that they
yeah,
have.
that's true.
You know?
Okay, so this is the kind of thing that would work
there.
in the trade machine. I'm just goofing around here. So Andrew Wiggins, DeAnthony Melton, Gary Payton II, and not Kevon Looney. You got to get the one good guy, Jonathan Kuminga, in that deal.
Did you put Podziemski in the deal?
I did not, but you're right. I would love to have him in the deal. Subtract that, and you're at 47. So, yeah, you actually got to eliminate DeAnthony Melton from this trade. So LeBron's salary is huge, but not as big as you think. 47. Wiggins, Kuminga, Podziemski, Gary Payton II gets
Would
it done.
the Warriors do that?
That's the other part
LeBron.
of it. And plus, you'd want a draft pick too, right? So you're asking for a draft pick as well on top of that.
Sure.
So now
we're giving or we're receiving a draft pick?
Receiving.
Okay.
You'd want to receive.
Yeah, we would want a draft
you'd
pick.
want to.
Yeah. But, I mean, if you're giving away
what
a
was
draft
that
pick
trade?
too.
What was this trade, the trade this summer that we couldn't believe? Oh, Alex Caruso for Josh Giddey.
Oh, yeah.
And no draft picks in the deal.
Right.
Which was insane for Chicago to give up Caruso without getting a pick back.
So how about this scenario? If you were to trade LeBron and get guys like Kuminga and Podziemski, who are both nice players, Wiggins is obviously going to be a legit contributor, and then you take some stuff and get Brandon Ingram out of New Orleans. Brandon Ingram just signed with Clutch. He's up for a big deal after this season. I know, but he's up for a big deal after this season, but I like Brandon Ingram a lot, and he didn't accidentally sign with Clutch.
No, he didn't. But also, if you lose LeBron, I would assume that the clutch portion of all this kind of goes with it. You're not only signing clutch people anymore.
I don't know. They're very and honestly, if LeBron were to go to the Lakers and say, I want traded, I think Clutch would be appreciative of the Lakers actually following through and doing what LeBron wants.
But you'd probably want to get rid of both. You'd probably want to be like, okay, we're done with LeBron. We're going to be done with Clutch, too.
Well, I mean,
to a certain extent, because AD's clutch also.
AD's also clutch.
Yeah, I don't think. I think that it's unfair to suggest that Clutch couldn't do a deal with any team in the league. They deal with every team. I don't think they're going to write off Clutch. But let me throw this at you guys.
Yep.
If the goal is to win the title, go back over the past 30 titles.
Mm-hmm.
You need 2 legit stars to win the title. Only one time.
Right.
In the last, well, actually, it happened twice. Twice in the last 30 years.
Yep.
Once when Detroit won and they had a bunch of really good players but not stars, and when Dallas won and they had Nowitzki.
Right.
But every other team has had multiple All-Stars, more than one. Like Boston last year had Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. The year before they had Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic.
Yep.
You had Giannis and Drew Holiday. You had LeBron and AD. You had the Warriors group. You had the Cleveland group with Kyrie and LeBron. It's if you don't have stars, you're not winning the title.
Right.
And so if you trade LeBron away and you don't get one of those guys back, are you cutting off your nose to spite your face? In other words, are you taking yourself out of the title run?
Well, I guess you got to ask yourself: are you in a title run?
Right. That's the question.
No.
Are you in a title run right now? I mean, I don't think so. I can't imagine that team I saw lose by 41 last Wednesday is a title threat.
Right. But you know what I'm saying. If you want these star players are really hard to get.
Yes.
If you let one go,
right.
like you voluntarily say, LeBron comes to them and says, I would like to be traded, and you say, well,
right.
we'll abide by your wishes. What are you doing to your championship chances?
Well, you have 0 now, and you'll have 0 after.
No, you still have AD.
Yeah, oh yeah, but I don't think you're not going to win a championship this year without LeBron, and I don't think down the line you've got to find the right player to pair with AD to be able to win a championship. I just think it's 6 of one, half dozen. I don't think they're going to compete for a championship this year. They are not nearly as good as I expected them to be. I felt like this was a team that could, make a little bit of a run. Now I do not. I understand if LeBron comes to them and says, that's it. Trade me to Golden State. I want to make one last run.
And by the way, is there a world in that, go back to Morales' open, is there a world that the ball just moves better without LeBron?
Sure.
Yeah, the ball,
and
the ball's
if your
very
scoring
sticky
goes
when
up,
he's
your
got
defense probably goes up. It's more of a J.J. Redick type team that he wants to kind of run. The systems that he wants to run, maybe you get better without him. That was the way that Morales put it in the open. Do you get better without LeBron?
I don't necessarily think you get better because you subtract LeBron, you're going to get worse. But to your point that you've been pounding for 2 years, he's going to go eventually.
Right.
Probably sooner rather than later.
Right.
Well, not probably, for sure, sooner rather than later. What does the next wave of the Lakers look like?
Right.
And could you get to that if you allowed LeBron to leave?
Yeah, I mean,
that's kind of the $1 million question.
And that's roster construction. It's very true. But I mean, I think if you get a young player like Kuminga, young player like Podziemski, you've got pieces, you got rotation pieces that I think could lead you to something. All right, coming up next for you, going to spin the wheel of questions. Hey, Ireland's back. Hey, Bergman's back. Hey, Brian Cohen's back. The show is almost at full strength. And
we get Laura back later in the week.
Laura back on Thursday, so it will be full strength later on this week. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Okay, if you're looking to sell your home quickly and easily without having to deal with repairs or the worries of buyers qualifying for those new high-interest rate loans, just call Seller's Advantage. With thousands of satisfied customers, they're your go-to choice for homeowners looking to sell their homes fast. They will buy your home for a competitive cash offer and can close in just days, not weeks or months, days. No repairs are ever needed because they buy homes as is. And they have an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. With the most 5-star reviews on Google and Yelp, it's no wonder why thousands of sellers have chosen Seller's Advantage. It's the fastest, most stress-free way to sell your home. If you're ready, call Seller's Advantage to get a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-AS-IS. That works out to 888-390-2747 or sellersadvantage.com.
Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino. Listen to Travis and DeMarco to win the ultimate game day prize pack. VIP tailgate passes plus game day tickets. Listen to your cue to call and don't miss your chance to win the ultimate game day experience. Park, party, and play with me at Hollywood Park Casino. Must be 21 and older to enter.
Charity of your choice.
I'm Doug Hopkins.
And
I'm Damon Lyons. And we
empowering women in the community. Get in on this soon, guys. You too can be in one of these sporty, safe, high-tech Subarus and also be part of a great cause. I'm in the Outback right now, and I am loving it. Go to OceanSubaruOC.com for more information. That's Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. They make you smile at every mile.
Get ready, LA. The Art of Sport LA Bowl, hosted by Gronk, is back at SoFi Stadium on December 18th at 6 p.m. Be there as the Mountain West top team goes head-to-head with the former Pac-12 contender in a showdown you won't want to miss. Tickets and premium suites are on sale now. Don't miss out on your chance to be a part of the action. Visit LABowlGame.com to secure your seats today. That's LABowlGame.com.
Texting enrolls you in recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Leaving for the gym so early?
I'm ready to go.
Since you started taking Nugenix Total T, you've been acting like when we met in our 20s.
I feel like myself again. Lower testosterone after turning 40 slowed me down. Nugenix Total T has been a game changer for me.
What is it about Nugenix Total T that's different?
It's a key ingredient called Tesnor. It boosts free and total testosterone to help you get back the drive and energy from your youth. Total T is backed by 5 clinical studies.
I've seen the huge difference it's made for you in the gym, at work, and in the bedroom.
I'm so glad I sent them a text for my complimentary bottle. Text LION to 321321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Nugenix is the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and we'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever. Absolutely free. Text LION to 321321. That's LION to 321321.
And it is Mason and Ireland on Michelob Ultra Reaction Monday. The good news is that Corporate Greg, I keep calling him Corporate Greg, Greg Bergman has returned to the show, which means that common sense is back on the show.
We should have just said, okay, we love everything you did for us, LeBron. You're amazing. You're fantastic. You got us a championship. All those things. It's time for you to just move on.
Yeah.
And just go the way that he needs to go.
Hey, somebody's got to talk sports around here. More of Mason and Ireland, your Monday right now.
All right, let's see here. All right, here we go. This is interesting. NASA says that there will be human beings living on the moon by the end of this decade. By the end of this decade. So, question. Would you spend a week on the moon?
Hell no.
1 week.
Hell no.
1 week. Easy in, easy out, 1 week on the moon. You would not do it. Why? A week.
This is like when you ask
Take
me
a
if I
week
want to
off.
go to Bangladesh or something.
Take
No.
a week off and go to the moon? Are you kidding me? I think you're ridiculous over this.
I have seen all the places I want to see in the world. I'll go to Hawaii. You go to the moon.
You should go to Hawaii, by the way.
Hawaii, yeah. We'll talk. Bergman was just in Hawaii. Bergman,
Yeah.
a week on the moon.
Yeah, doesn't time move slower on the
No, I
moon?
don't think it moves slower.
No,
on the
isn't it?
moon.
No,
What
isn't
is
it? Well,
time
yeah,
is-
because you
It's
go into
not
space.
always better.
You go into space, and then it changes. The time changes how that all works.
Where
out.
it's
No?
a different time zone?
Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't time
course.
slow down?
Daylight
like
moon time?
Like it's like a week on the moon is like 2 weeks on Earth or something like that.
Okay,
Isn't that?
well, does that change your opinion?
Yes,
Because
then
what?
I can't miss 2 weeks of work. I can miss.
By the way,
1
I
week.
think it's the same time on the moon as it is here.
I don't know how that works.
You think all
Look,
of a
if
sudden
you-
it's tomorrow
well,
on the moon? It's
if
not
you go to
tomorrow on the
Mars,
moon.
it does change that way
That
too.
takes forever.
It's not that much further.
Yeah.
I mean, it's further.
1
I don't
week
know
on the
much
moon.
further.
You did 1 week in Kauai. You wouldn't do 1 week on the moon just for the stories?
I mean, yeah, for the stories, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Also, it better be fully lush and everything's working out at this point.
Apparently, it's going to be nice. They are ready to send people to the surface of the moon.
When it's all done, when it's actually
I
has
don't even
trees
believe
and
you
water.
would really go.
Oh, I 100% would go.
Yeah, like you jump through a burning table.
Hey!
Did anyone end up doing that?
Oh, I'm sure they did.
No, but
I have
did
no
anyone
idea where.
from here?
Oh, I don't think so.
No, you
I
better
don't
not
think
have.
so. No, I don't think. They were doing it around the stadium, but I did not do it. Brian, week on the moon. All expenses paid.
I don't know if I can do a week because after like 2 days, what is there to do there? Really, you're just on the move. You're not doing anything.
There's
You're in a
stuff
little,
in there.
You're
They
in the
got
space station.
They have a foosball table.
Yeah, I can do that here.
Yeah. They have an air hockey table. They have all billiards. You can do anything on the moon.
I'd do 2 days.
Oh, come on. I
can't
would
do
be
it.
there. I would
Takes
be
a
there.
day to get there.
There's not a lot to do.
And
Yeah, that's another thing. I don't want to put up with the time it takes to get there.
And you've got jet lag. Right. Yeah, no, I would absolutely go. It would be, my Instagram feed would absolutely blow up. I am all about it. So, Bergman.
Yes, sir.
Take a break from LeBron talk for a minute. We'll do that,
Really?
by the way, Sports Graffiti. I want to ask you, you went to Hawaii. What?
I did.
How was your experience?
Where'd you go? Did you go Big Island?
No, I went to Kauai, and it was phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal.
Like, what was the most
Now,
phenomenal?
the last time I went to Kauai, which was over 10 years ago, there was nothing to do there. Are there things to do there now?
Well, it depends on what you want to do. So there is no nightlife. So 7,
Correct.
8 o'clock off,
Right.
done. You're not doing
and that was,
anything.
That was kind of what you wanted.
Yeah, very much so. So we went hiking. We went to a bunch of some beaches.
Waterfalls? Did you go see waterfalls?
We did not walk to the waterfalls, but we did do a bunch of hikes, and we went up in a helicopter. So it was a doors-off helicopter, just me and Gene and the pilot, and it was fantastic.
Oh, wow. I bet.
Kauai is weird because it's one of those islands. It's like 90% uninhabited.
Oh, okay.
So like the coastlines,
It's like a ton of nature.
Yeah. So the coastlines are very full with people, and there's all the way around for the most part. But the middle of the island is just green.
See,
it's just mountains and
I heard
greenery.
It rains all the time in Kauai.
So it does. I mean, like it only rained. It does no matter what. But it's like little sprinkles. You still are in shorts and t-shirt.
Right.
Oh, it was fantastic.
So you don't really know someone until you travel with them. So how did it go with the lovely Jean?
Not one issue, period.
Really?
We travel very, very well.
If we asked
together.
her the same thing, would she say not one issue, or do you think she might have some reservation?
That's an interesting question. But no, I think she'd say the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she would.
It is true. You don't know anybody. You really don't know a person until you travel with them.
We went on a flight both ways. Like it was 5-6 hours.
Is this the first time you've gone away together?
So we went to Joshua Tree for like 3 days, or 2 days, but that was just a weekend thing. Then
Yeah,
we drove
full week
there,
and no
come back.
escape is what you got here.
Yeah, this was a full week on an island where there's nowhere else to
Literally,
go.
and she can't get away from you.
No.
It's a tiny island.
Not at all. We did not need to get away from each other. We actually stayed at this place. It was called Kaloa Kai at the Poipu Shores. Mm-hmm. We opened our front door, and you were looking at the ocean.
Oh, my God.
It was. I'll show you a picture in the break. It was
That's manager of audio operations.
unbelievable. It was
Yeah.
unbelievable. It was
that's
one of
great,
the greatest trips I have ever taken.
Well, you deserve. It
Thank
took a lot, but I did not reach out to email, text
Nothing.
Bergman a single time the entire time he was gone.
I don't think anybody did. I think I got 1 or 2 little texts.
Not even
but
Morales?
No, Morales stayed fully away.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, meanwhile, Brian Cohen texted us Did you get this?
I did.
Yeah. So Brian Cohen, the marriage is officially on. The wedding is on.
It is on. No backing out now.
Yeah.
Right.
And,
Congratulations.
And
Thank
there
you,
was
Rangers.
some worry that maybe we might not be invited, but I'm assuming that was an invitation, right?
Yeah, that was an invitation. You know, we got our RSVPs back. We had a couple of spots open, so yeah.
Whoa, whoa. I don't. Did I get an email? I didn't get an email.
That's a good question.
Yeah. No. Bergman was.
I did not get invited.
Wow.
There was only a couple spots left.
What's weird?
Oh, okay. So Mason and Ireland get invited. I see how this is.
Here's what's weird, Brian. So I got the invitation from you, and then right after that, it says message unsent.
Yeah, I sent.
And I'm like,
I did.
Does that mean you
That's
were
what I thought, too.
retracting the invitation?
Does that mean that we are no longer invited? I'm not going anyway. I'm gonna
Well, I
give
know
you,
that 'cause of the
I'm gonna-
Lakers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a very nice wedding gift.
Oh, thank you very much.
I am the perfect wedding guest because, unlike Mason, I will not appear. You do not have to pay for my dinner. You do not have to pay for anything, and I will give you a very nice wedding present.
Yeah.
So what you want to do is invite more people like me.
Right.
That you don't have to
My
pay
thought
for,
process.
but
Right, right. Invite people who you know won't come, but we'll have to
like
send a gift.
invite. Hey, seriously, invite Sam Pines, invite Morales, invite
Damn,
guys that have
they're
Joe.
not coming, so
I was
why
thinking
not
that,
take a little cash?
What if I want to go?
Yeah, see, I would worry about Mason and Bergman
get
actually showing
Ireland
up.
can't go.
Transfer Ireland's to Bergman. He's not going. So Bergman, are you going to go?
Well, actually, I was just gone for a week. So I can't leave again.
So
Wait, this wedding is this month?
It's in like 2 weeks.
it's like the 18th, right?
Yeah, 20th.
How many
20th, yeah.
people are you expecting?
Well, there was a max of like capacity, you know, how many people we could have at the venue and stuff, which was like
Okay.
88. We originally had around that count. And then Allison, has invited a lot more people the last couple of weeks.
So are you doing it like at the Church of Elvis? Or are you doing the whole?
It's one of those part of the little chapel kind of.
Nice.
It's a sister spot of it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me tell you a little story about. Have your parents or her parents gotten involved yet?
Like in the wedding?
No. Here's what happened to me. Lisa and I paid for our own wedding, and we decided we were going to cap it at 125 people. Okay? So we did, and we had to make some pretty tough cuts. But when I got to 125, I said to my mom, okay, 125. She goes, well, I haven't given you my list yet.
Oh.
And I went, what do you mean your list? And she said, I have people I need to invite.
Right.
And I said, well, it's not your wedding, so you come with that. That's it. And she literally lost it. She said, you don't understand. We go to these people's kids' weddings. We have to. This would be the most embarrassing day of my life. And I said, well, I don't. First of all, Lisa and I made a deal. We said, we're not inviting anybody who one of us hasn't actually spent time with.
Right.
Okay, one of us has to know him. And my mom was so upset. She would call me like every day for a week and said, I'll pay out of my own pocket for these additional people. I go, Mom, it's a space issue. Right. I can't get them in. Then Lisa's grandfather did the exact same thing. Let's just say our wedding ended up at a total of 156.
156.
Wow, yeah. Now, there was a little bit of that because the number has grown in the last couple of weeks for sure.
Now, because I worked that day on December the 20th, we're talking about maybe making it for the reception.
Oh, very nice. Okay. Yeah, flying out there at night.
Friday night in Vegas?
I will not make it for the reception.
No, you're in Sacramento.
And by the way,
that's the in-between game.
Right.
No, in-between day.
It is not only the in-between day, but we're up there for 2 games. I'm up in Sacramento for 4 days.
You should fly to Vegas.
No, I would love – I'll fly to Vegas if I don't have to do those games in Sacramento. That Sacramento is like the armpit of the NBA.
It is rough.
Hey, Trudell will do it.
No, I am thinking about going because you can always catch a show there. You're having a
Bruno
party.
Mars is out there that weekend
Bruno
too.
Mars there? Yeah. So there's a lot going on.
Real quick, the unsent message thing. I sent an old RSVP thing. That's why I was like,
okay. Because I got the invitation.
We thought we were invited and then pulled back.
Right. I immediately said, well, the message got unsent, so I don't think we are invited.
It was an old QR code that wouldn't work.
Got it. All right. Hey, let's do some sports graffiti. You've heard a lot. First of all, Rams pull off the stunning upset yesterday at SoFi Stadium, 44-42 over Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. Lakers win last night. Speculation about what would happen if LeBron went to the Lakers and said, I would like to be traded. What would happen? 877-710-ESPN, 877-710-ESPN. You want to chime in on the college football playoff situation? That's good, too.
We really haven't talked about that.
No, have not talked about it. Alabama out, SMU in. We'll get to all that stuff with your calls, 877-710-ESPN. Mason and Ireland, 710-ESPN.
Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino. Listen to Travis and DeMarco to win the ultimate game day prize pack. VIP tailgate passes plus game day tickets. Listen to your cue to call and don't miss your chance to win the ultimate game day experience. Park, party, and play with me at Hollywood Park Casino. Must be 21 and older to enter.
From downtown.
Davis for 3. Good! Anthony Davis!
Or a power slam in the paint.
LeBron down the middle. Alley-oop! AD for the dunk!
AD is doing it all this season.
We're going to empower him as much as he wants to be empowered. If he wants to be first team All-NBA and he wants to be in the MVP conversation all year long, we're going to empower him to do that.
For me, I'm just trying to be aggressive and do what I have to do to help the team win. Jay want me to be the hub, and but my job remains the same, to come out and be aggressive and let the team feed off of that.
LeBron's got it. Full head of steam. LeBron to AD. Slam dunk.
Catch every thrill from AD and the Lake Show this season.
Right here on 710 ESPN.
Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and there's extensive water damage. This is when it can feel as though your relationship with your insurance has become an abusive one. They don't agree that you need a replacement living arrangement, despite it being glaringly obvious. Then The insurance adjuster leaves you hanging. You feel abandoned with a home that is no longer livable, and you now have no other choice than to use the insurance contractor to make repairs, which includes their brazen attempt at lowballing the estimate. Okay, so here's what you do. You take a deep breath, then you call Avner Gatt. They're one of California's largest public adjusting firms, and trust me, size does matter in this case because Avner Gatt has experienced it all. Insurance companies can make you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope in getting your home back together. Avner Gatt knows exactly how to handle these situations. Not only do they have extensive knowledge on how to handle your dilemma, but they remain passionate about helping people. It's why Avner and his family continue to take the calls themselves at Avner Gatt Inc. They cover all of Southern California, and if I haven't convinced you with all of these truth bombs thus far, just check out what seems to be a never-ending stream of 5-star reviews on Yelp, Google, and the Better Business Bureau. So, whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256. That's 818-917-5256. And you can go online to avnergatt.com.
Hey, it's Mace. You have never experienced anything like Cosm. Trust me, it will blow your mind, and you can experience the Emirates NBA Cup like never before. NBA action in immersive shared reality. Every assist and dunk and buzzer beater comes to life on Cosm's immense 8K plus wraparound display. Use our exclusive discount code ESPNLA. Get 20% off any NBA event in November. Get your tickets now at Cosm.com. That's COSM.com.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. And we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
All right, it is sports graffiti time. Ireland, will you do the honors?
Sure. All right, so here's how sports graffiti works. If you haven't heard this before, I know most of you have. The number is 877-710-ESPN. 877-710-3776. We'll pop you up on the air, and you can say anything you want. We do not screen these calls. We don't know what's coming. You can participate just by calling the show. 877-710-3776. Ken is our leadoff hitter. Ken, you're on ESPN LA. Hi.
I am actually standing on the ocean front looking at the water right now.
Beautiful. Good for you, man.
Very jealous, Ken.
Well, that's why I live here. 50-year Laker fan, and John, you said they don't win without LeBron. He's been there 7 years. They've won once, and that's a COVID year.
Right.
Now, the problem is the Buss family isn't a billion-dollar type of organization. That's why they don't go over the cap. And without LeBron, you're not getting national TV games, which means money. You're not getting the full stadium to watch LeBron shoot a 40-footer with 14 seconds left in the game. You're really going to be hurting. But I think it's the best thing to do because you've got to reset now, and you don't have anybody else that you're going to get the quantity and the quality of him. The Lakers might not even make the playoffs this year. It's time to do it, but it's going to be tough.
Yeah, but Ken, you realize that the only way you can do it is if he instigates it because of who he is. Yeah. All right, thanks. Here's Eddie. Eddie, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go.
Mason, you got to do us a huge favor when McVay comes on this week.
What is it?
You should ask him if they become too Puka reliant.
That's very funny. Yes, too Puka reliant. Whoever said something like that?
Well, it wasn't Puka; it was Cooper Kupp.
Correct.
So there you go.
I should smack you right now.
Yeah, exactly. Javier, you're on Sports Graffiti. Javier, what do you got?
Hey, what's up, guys? How is it possible that it's been over an hour? You guys haven't even spoken about the Galaxy 6 championship.
Oh, well, congratulations to the Galaxy. Yeah, they did win on Saturday. Way to go. What? We just did.
We just did, Javier. What's wrong with you?
But that's it. I mean, come on. You guys, that's all you guys got? Come on,
Wait a
you guys-
minute, you give us something.
Javier, what would you like us to do? We're the LAFC station. Who's the Galaxy station?
Well, that's the thing. You got the wrong team in the station.
Well, there's nothing we can do about that.
They are our partners. I have nothing against the Galaxy. Good, another championship for LA, but I didn't necessarily follow the run once LAFC got eliminated.
Robert, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go, Robert.
Hey, this is Little Poke and Greg Bergman. Listen, I've been a Laker fan since 1962. I'm an old man. I love Jerry West, Elgin Baylor, all those guys. But we're watching one of arguably the three best players of all time every single night. So we may not win a championship, but we're going to be able to tell our great-grandchildren about this guy, LeBron James, how amazing he was. I spent a fortune to see him and Steph one game in the playoffs 2 years ago. It was a bucket list item. I mean, how often do you get to do that? So, Greg, you're wrong.
So Robert, wait, hold on. Robert. Wait.
Yeah.
I've been a Laker fan since 1983 when I was born, so I've been a Laker fan my entire life as well. We've seen him for 6 years, and in those 6 years, you can tell your grandkids how you've seen him for 6 whole years, and you saw a championship, and you've seen all these nights. Congratulations. It's time to move on.
But to Robert's point.
39-year-old put up 39, 10, and 11 the other night. So
did they
when
win?
is that going to happen?
Did they
Ever
win that
again in a
game,
lifetime?
Robert? Did they win that game?
But it wasn't LeBron's fault.
No, I'm not saying it is. Did they win the game that he put up 39, 10, and 11?
No,
they lost.
What's your point?
Is that a rhetorical question? Obviously, we all know the score.
Blaming LeBron for the Atlanta loss?
How is that a blame? They lost the game. He put up the numbers, but they still lost. That's not blaming him. That's just facts.
Okay, so here's a fact. Josh Allen yesterday lost to the Rams. Do you think Josh Allen played bad?
No, I don't think he did. I think they lost the game, so he's going to look at him like that was a waste of a game. We should have won that game.
Right, but Josh Allen was spectacular.
He was.
And you can be spectacular in a losing effort.
Yeah, you can.
Here is Big Joe. Hey, Big Joe, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead.
Why isn't LeBron playing 20, 25 minutes a game and let the bench come in and do their job?
Well, I don't. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry, Big Joe.
No, I think at his age, he should not be playing more than 20, 25 minutes a game, save him for the playoffs.
I don't disagree with you, Joe, but here's the problem. There isn't anybody there that can tell him no.
Correct. And they don't have the supporting cast. I mean, obviously they won last night without LeBron against a bad Portland team, but I don't think most nights they can win without LeBron.
I agree with you. Ray, you're on Sports Graffiti. Ray, go ahead.
Okay, you guys answer. Can you guys please stop this hate thing about Bronny? It's not hate. The guy's not ready. Now, let me ask you a question, John and Mayor.
Yep.
Do you guys think that it's more important that he get a degree from USC or that he get a $7 million contract for sitting on the bench?
It's a good question, Ray. The answer is you go to college to prepare for the rest of your life.
Yes.
If you go to college for 1 year and someone offers you $7 million, see ya, college.
Yeah.
Done. I would have dropped out of UCLA. I got a degree at UCLA. I'm very proud of it. I would have dropped out in a heartbeat if after my freshman year somebody would have said, you, Ireland, here's $7 million if you come to work for me.
Right.
I'm gone.
Right. No, I don't disagree with that. I do think, and increasingly I see this, Bronny should be playing in the G League even when the Lakers are on the road. I mean, that was denied. Oh, they're not going to do that. That's not the plan. It's
you know what's
the plan.
Weird? You know what's weird? Is his popularity is through the roof.
I know.
Whenever he gets into a game, whenever he's walking down the street,
South Bay Lakers, they sell out when he's
jersey
playing.
sales are like number
yeah,
one.
but I mean, what is in his best interest
I don't disagree
is
with that.
not to be sitting at the end of the bench.
I'm just saying it's pretty amazing that he has that popularity based on what he's done so far. But he does somehow. Yeah. Here's Robert. Hey, Robert, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead.
What's going on, guys? How y'all doing? So for me, after what I've seen these past 6 seasons, I will for sure move on from him. The caller that called in a minute ago and said, "Oh, you're watching one of the top 3 players of all time." I disagree with that anyway. But the fact is, that's cool, but it's holding the team back, and I feel like they just need to move on. If you can be 12-11 without LeBron, you can be a 500 team. That's not a big deal. So you can reset now. and do what you have to do, and the chemistry will be there, and they'll probably won't have to go through all this drama they're going through with the coaches and all that stuff.
So, Robin,
Like,
if I tell you this, I get your position. If I tell you this, it's going to take 3 years once they trade LeBron to contend again. Are you okay with that?
I'm okay with it in the sense that, okay, tell me this. Would it be better to just keep them and just keep going on with this same charade every year?
I think if you have LeBron and he wants to play for you, and that's the case now, you let him play until he's done. And he's not done. And he's been unbelievable. So I get it. But this whole conversation we're having, in order for this to happen, in order for the Greg Bergman dream of LeBron sailing off into the sunset with somebody else, LeBron has to be the one who's driving it.
And also,
so that's, I mean, if you think the Lakers are going to trade LeBron without him being a part of it, he has a no trade clause.
But you would wonder, LeBron's looking at what we're looking at. If he really wants to add a championship, it's probably not by playing here. It's probably by going to Golden State.
Right, and what you asked, can you deal with a 3-year rebuild? It's going to happen in 2 years then. So you have a 5-year time frame of being bad, of 500 again.
Think about it this way. When Phil Jackson left after the 2012 season, they didn't win another title until 2020. That's 8 years. You could be going into a Clipper-size abyss if you let LeBron walk away and don't get something
If you do it right, you can do it. The Celtics got traded away Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett and then Rajon Rondo, the whole entire team.
Right.
And then they rebuilt themselves within 4 years?
Greg, 4 years? What are you talking about?
No, they were in the playoffs.
They won the title in 2008. They didn't win again until 2024. It took 16
but they were
years.
But they got back into the playoffs. They were back into the playoffs with a team with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. They were building a
10
team,
years
and now they
later.
just won, and they were the best team in basketball. And they're probably going to win again this year.
It took 10 years. What you're talking about?
Right. Well, okay, but you're okay with it if you're building towards something.
Right.
Yeah, 10 years is too long for Laker fans, I'll tell you that.
No, it won't be if you're building towards something.
All right, let's get Martin in here. Martin, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go.
Yeah, John.
Yeah.
Hey, I agree with Greg as far as, if we need to let LeBron go, that's fine with me. But we can't just cut ties with Clutch. I mean, you need them because they have a lot of players that are with them.
Right.
You can't just cut Clutch loose.
Yeah. I mean, you don't necessarily cut ties with Clutch because you still have Anthony Davis.
No, and it's insulting to suggest about Clutch, about Rich Paul, that he's just about LeBron and AD. He's not. He's got clients on every team in the league.
Yes.
Rich Paul might be the best agent in the NBA. Rich is going to deal with each one of his clients individually, and the Lakers will have a relationship for him as long as that agency is open.
So you're still going to have the relationship with him, but the thought is that Clutch kind of runs the Lakers right now.
Yes, I think that's fair. I do believe
so if LeBron is gone, that Clutch ownership, as you would say, goes
partnership.
away. Partnership, sure. That partnership kind of goes away. They're still going to deal with Clutch clients, but it's not to the same level as it was, where they're bringing in guys just because they play for Clutch. Who is that center that Harry Giles last year because he was a part of Clutch? Yep. Christian Wood, Clutch. That's just how that all kind of turned out.
Right, but it's insulting to Clutch to suggest that they're just LeBron. That. They're not.
Oh, no, they're not just LeBron. That. Absolutely not. We look no further than Anthony Davis. All right, I found some shocking numbers, John.
Shocking?
These will
prepare
shock
to
you.
be shocked.
Prepare to be shocked. Next, Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, let's talk about Toyota and the Southern California Toyota dealers. For as long as I've been doing this, Toyota and the Lakers have been in business together more than 50 years. Because year after year, Toyota delivers quality, reliability, and simply the best vehicles on the road. Right now, you can choose from an amazing selection of new vehicles, like the 2025 Land Cruiser, the 2025 GR Corolla, or the limited 25th edition Highlander Hybrid. Great deals waiting for you right now. All you got to do is see your Southern California Toyota dealers or visit Toyota.com. Toyota, we make it easy.
One shot.
Too much
One
pressure
shot.
on me now. You're going to watch
One shot you got, take a chance to true.
Oral Hershiser just dropped some Eminem lyrics. He did.
Yeah,
just so we're all on the same page there, that actually happened. So,
one shot you got, take a chance to blow its opportunity. Whoa, it's once in a lifetime. Do it up. Okay, let's go.
It's Trav and D-Bar.
Back tomorrow morning after Greeny on LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN.
The Temptations. And the Four Tops. Celebrating 40 years of Temptations and Four Tops. Saturday, January 18th at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. Plus celebrating 60 years of the iconic hit, My Girl. Tickets on sale now at FantasySpringsResort.com. Come celebrate 40 years of magic. The Temptations, the Four Tops.
Be sure to listen to Rams Super Bowl champion DeMarco Farr every Monday in the 9 a.m. hour on his new show, The Travis and DeMarco Show. He's going to give you his best of from the whole football weekend. And you know, when DeMarco serves up a best of, you know it means something. Don't miss it. They've got their best of the weekend, plus your chance to win a Fantasy Springs weekend getaway prize pack with your best of. That's Mondays in the 9 a.m. hour on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN. Made possible by Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. Escape the everyday at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino, just minutes from Palm Springs.
John Ireland here to tell you about my friends at Mirror Audio Video in Westwood. Listen. If you're thinking about upgrading your home or office with the best brands in the world, like Crestron, Nice, Lutron, or Control 4, it's got to be Mirror and no one else. Why? Because for more than 40 years, the biggest names in Hollywood, sports, and business have all trusted Mirror, and so should you. Want to learn more? Call 310-234-4010 or check them out at mirroraudiovideo.com today.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Winning matters, especially after an accident. At calljacob.com, we're here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB.
Hey, John Ireland here. If you want to sell your home, call Seller's Advantage. Everyone has different reasons for selling. Some people want to downsize and move. Some have inherited a property they want to get rid of, or maybe it's just time for a change. Whatever your reason for selling, Seller's Advantage has a custom solution for your needs. They'll make a competitive cash offer with no repairs needed, as they can close in days, no complicated closing process or contracts falling through. Seller's Advantage has been making sellers happy for decades, and they have the reviews to prove it. Call them today and get a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-AS-IS. That's 888-390-2747, or go to sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Surprise! Your expenses this month were way higher than you expected! Also, you forgot to renew your website domain, and now you're in a bidding war!
You should see the look on your face.
At Progressive, we know small business owners don't usually like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money? Getting a commercial auto quote from Progressive.
Plus, the fridge died in the break room, and now everything smells weird! All right!
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 7 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Adam Schefter here with Vivid Seats. We've got some late-breaking news coming out of the stands. According to multiple sources, Vivid Seats fans are scoring rewards on every purchase and at a rapid pace. Obviously, these rewards are a game changer, and coupled with their MVP-worthy ticket selection, why get tickets anywhere else? Don't drop the ball this season. Shop with Vivid Seats and earn rewards on every ticket. And as the official ticketing partner of ESPN, Vivid Seats is offering you $20 off your first $200 ticket purchase with code Schefter. That's code Schefter.
And it is Mason and Ireland on Michelob Ultra Reaction Monday. The good news is that Corporate Greg, I keep calling him Corporate Greg, Greg Bergman has returned to the show, which means that common sense is back on the show.
We should have just said, okay, we love everything you did for us, LeBron. You're amazing. You're fantastic. You got us a championship. All those things. It's time for you to just move on.
Yeah.
And just go the way that he needs to go.
Hey, somebody's got to talk sports around here. More of Mason and Ireland your Monday right now.
So I got a few shocking numbers here. Ready? This is one. Actually, this is the one I wanted to get to. So who do you think's got the best overall plus minus in the NBA this year. Best overall plus minus, and it's plus 684.
684?
Yep. So in other words, when they've been on the floor during the course of the year, his team is plus 264.
Three names, and I think it's one of them.
Okay.
Donovan Mitchell.
No.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
He's number 2 at plus 614.
And my
kind of obvious.
My third one would be Jaylen Brown.
No. It's
Nikola Jokic.
By
Oh,
a
really?
plus,
Well,
plus
they've
680.
lost a lot of games.
When he's on the bench.
Yeah, but not when
that's
he's
right.
on the floor. So these are the kinds of numbers. Jokic is plus 684. SGA plus 614. Tatum plus 608. Brunson plus 512. That gives you an idea of range. Okay.
Yeah, Jokic is the best player in the league, and I don't know
He's
anyone who
incredible.
disputes that.
Yeah, he's incredible. So I go to the plus minus at the other end of the spectrum. And the worst plus minus in the league is a guy named Bilal
Coulibaly.
Yes, he is minus 294.
He plays for the Wizards,
right?
right?
Yeah, for the Wizards.
Yeah.
That's
a reflection of the team he plays for.
Yeah, some of the other, exactly. Jonas Valanciunas is there. Anthony Simons is there.
Jordan Poole.
Yeah, Jordan Poole is there. Yeah, guys from Washington for sure. Alex Sarr is there. Where do you think LeBron is?
Well, I know he's the lowest plus minus on our team.
Yep.
So I would say he's in the bottom 10%.
Yeah, he is 19th from the bottom. Only 18 guys have a worse plus minus rating than LeBron this year. Think about that. Jokic plus 684, LeBron minus 129. I said it last week, and I'll say it again. We are beginning to see cracks in the armor. LeBron, we are starting to see his performance diminish. It's still great, but it's starting to diminish, and that's why I don't.
Well, here's the dilemma. I would imagine that if we went back and looked, that Kobe's numbers at the end of his career would be similar.
Easy to check.
The problem is, Greg, I don't remember you saying they should run Kobe out of town.
Absolutely not. I loved Kobe.
So what's the difference?
Well, there's a difference between run him out of town and just like to move on from him. You always like to put it in those aggressive terms.
But Greg wants him
to move
gone.
on. Yeah, but you'd like to move on from him. Greg's not bagging on
No,
LeBron. No, he's just saying I'd like to move on from LeBron.
Right. It's time to move past. And a lot of people actually did say when Kobe got that big old deal, they're like, that was a bad deal.
Yeah,
and it turned out
people that weren't Laker fans.
No,
said that.
even Laker fans are saying that was a bad deal, but we understand it because he's Kobe. He's been here his entire career. He's been here for 20 years. So that makes a little more sense.
Kobe's last year was
2016, 2015, right around then.
2015, 16. Yeah, I mean it's easy to check the actual numbers.
But I mean, towards the end of his career, he was not putting up the numbers he put up earlier.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
LeBron kind of is. LeBron's numbers are very similar, but he's turning it over a lot.
Yeah,
more.
he's turning it over a lot. He's taken the 0 for 19 or whatever that was from 3 certainly didn't help anything. But the Lakers are getting outscored by a lot when he's on the floor. Last night without him, they saw other guys step up and they got away with the win against a bad Portland team.
Can I tell you something about last night?
Yeah.
You and I would have beat that team.
They're not very good.
No, that's the worst team I've seen in person.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the Wizards yet.
The Wizards look way worse.
Yeah, that Portland team is really bad.
Yeah. So, and by the way, this is what I said last week. The idea would be LeBron sit out Friday, sit out Sunday, and then get all the way till the end of this week to play again. They ended
met
up
you halfway.
They did.
Yeah.
They played him Friday, didn't play him last night. Now he's got a break. And they've got you guys go to Minnesota on Friday?
Yeah.
Is that right?
And then come back here and play Memphis on Sunday.
So 2 games in 10 days.
4 full days off. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Thursday's a travel day. We're flying at noon to Minnesota on Thursday.
But they have 2 games in 10 days.
Right.
Which is a great stretch, a chance for LeBron to recharge a little bit. But if I was LeBron, I would ask for a trade. If I was LeBron, I would say, you know what? I'm not going to win a championship this year. I can see the sunset in my career coming maybe quickly this year, next year. I want to go somewhere where I can win right now because these are my last chances to do it. If I was LeBron, I would ask for a trade, and I think the Lakers would absolutely oblige.
But the key to that whole statement of yours is he has to ask for it.
Right, but don't you think...
I don't necessarily...
Don't you think LeBron values championships over anything? Like, he can't win a championship in his final 2 years. Or I shouldn't say his final 2 years. He's got a contract for this year and next.
Tell me if what's the only thing that would be more important to LeBron than a championship?
I mean, imagine family and home and all that kind of stuff.
You just hit it.
Yeah.
He has a very unique opportunity to play with Bronny, to be with him all the time.
But like you said, they could include Bronny in the trade.
Right. But I'm just saying, his kids are here. They're happy. His wife is happy. He likes living in Los Angeles. It's the one thing that trumps championship, his family. So I'm just saying LeBron may not feel the way that you do. You said if you were LeBron,
if I was LeBron, I'd say let me get one more ring.
You're actually a good comp because you, like him, moved here from Ohio. You're kind of living your best life in California. What if I said to you, the Cavs are awesome. The Cavs are great this year.
Yeah, sure, they're excellent.
What if I said to you, Mace, we're trading you to ESPN Cleveland.
Yep.
They are a great station. They're doing.
Look, Morales is like, see ya.
Yeah.
Mace and Riz in the afternoon.
Mace and Riz. By the way, it would probably be Riz and Mace.
I think you would say, no, I like California now.
But I feel like we're winning here. I don't know if I would win anymore. I think being successful in Los Angeles is like winning a championship compared to that. I think that
the point I'm trying to make is there are more things to consider than just winning.
Right, but like you always say, if you were Mike Trout, you would ask for a trade.
I would,
because he wants to go win a World Series, right?
Yeah.
If you're LeBron and you want to win a championship, it is. The way to do that is by leaving.
Oh, wow. Bobby Marks just walked in.
Yeah, Bobby Marks is here. Momo's here.
He's perfect to talk to about what we're talking about because I think Bobby will back me up on this. The possibility that LeBron could be traded is super, super low.
Okay.
Very slim.
We'll get to that coming up next. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN. Let me tell you about Books. Man, I'm telling you, it is holiday season. It is holiday shopping, and a lot of people scrambling around for gifts, and you don't want to be the last-minute guy. The last-minute guy is just in huge trouble, whether it's going to the grocery store and trying to find flowers, or it's a jewelry store, here's what's left, all that kind of stuff. You know what? Flowers is a perfect way to wish your mom, your girlfriend, your wife, the special person in your life, farm fresh flowers from the Books Company. And right now, I've got 25% off your entire Books purchase, so you can send some too. Here's why I love Books and the Books Company. Their flowers, and I know this firsthand, their flowers are cut fresh, sourced directly from the best flower farms, so they last way longer. Into the new year, you will see these flowers fresh and bright in your special person's house. And easy, pick the bouquet, set the delivery date, done. No wrapping required. Books, perfect for those who have everything. Get a festive bouquet for mom, a mini tree for grandma. Go big with a flower subscription for your wife or girlfriend. It's basically happiness on repeat. And right now, you got 20% off with my promo code ESPN. Go to Books.com. That's BOUQS.com. Books.com. Use promo code ESPN. Books, promo code ESPN. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
ESPN LA and Beverly Hills Ortho are teaming up because we want to know who's smiling in SoCal. Go to ESPNLA.com and nominate who you think is making LA a better place. Could be a mentor, a teacher, a coach, a good Samaritan, or you could nominate yourself. You could win prizes like sweet tickets, Sonic Care electric toothbrushes, whitening treatment, or the grand prize, Invisalign. Enter now at ESPNLA.com, and remember, you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Ortho.
In Vista, California, driving my Nissan Sentra with my 10 subwoofers in the trunk, rocking out to NWA. I was like, man, this is my chance. So I was like, there's Ice Cube in the center of the diamond, and I'm going to go up there and join him and sing along. And the kid just came out in me, and I just couldn't resist.
The LA Afternoon Takeover. That's Sedano and Cap.
On 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Mace. You have never experienced anything like Cosm. Trust me, it will blow your mind, and you can experience the Emirates NBA Cup like never before. NBA action in immersive shared reality. Every assist and dunk and buzzer beater comes to life on Cosm's immense 8K plus wraparound display. Use our exclusive discount code ESPNLA. Get 20% off any NBA event in November. Get your tickets now at Cosm.com. That's COSM.com.
Don't you love the sounds of the holiday season? The bells, the sleighs. Woohoo! If so, your holiday's now even more magical because now during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event, you can take home your favorite Hyundai with some of the season's greatest savings.
Drive away now in one of our most popular models with 0% APR and 0 payments for 90 days. Only during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Offer ends January 2nd. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
You never expect a game-ending double play, walk-off grand slam in the World Series, or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Travis with DeMarco and Evan Cohen.
Only one all-star team you can call to pinch hit for you, the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit normandlegal.com or call this number, 213-747-2000.
Don't get struck out by others. Joseph will help you achieve the maximum compensation that you deserve. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Let Joseph and his team hit it out of the park for you.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle, unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. And right now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. With ZipRecruiter, one click sends your job to hundreds of top job sites. But more than that, ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidates with the skills you need, sends you a list of great matches to review, then actively invites them to apply for your job. And the results speak for themselves. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's right, the first day. Now you can focus on your business and let ZipRecruiter do the work finding the best people for you. See for yourself. Experience the ease, efficiency, and power of ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. And we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
All right, it is a big Monday, day after the Rams pull off the stunning upset at SoFi Stadium, and the Lakers pull off the not-so-stunning defeat of the Portland Trailblazers last night, one of the worst teams in the league. Joining us right now is ESPN NBA analyst Bobby Marks. Bobby, great to see you, man.
Hey, guys. Great to be here.
Oh, it's so nice of you to come by. You were just telling us your son's at USC, so even though you live back east, it's a chance for you to come out and see your son, and we are the winners. We are the victors.
I've watched so many USC football games. I don't know if that's good for your health, right?
No,
ask Mace. He goes to most of them.
They lead in the fourth quarter all the time.
All right, Bobby. The conversation today has been a lot about based on something that happened on NBA Countdown on Friday night, where Wilbon and Windhorst had a lengthy debate on whether or not it makes sense for LeBron to be traded. Nobody knows more about this stuff than you do. How difficult would it be to even execute that? Even if LeBron came to the Lakers and said, guys, I want to go chase a championship, how hard is it to pull off?
Yeah, as you just said, he's got a true no-trade clause. Him and Bradley Beal are the only 2 players in the NBA, so he's got that there. So he calls the shots on any trade. Making trades under this collective bargaining agreement is extremely, extremely difficult. When you have a player making $48, $49 million, it's hard to move that type of contract because a third of the league either can't take back more money in a trade. In Golden State's one of them, the Lakers are another team, or you can't combine salaries here. I've given this example. I said this to Brian Windhorst. I said, think of it as a Rubik's Cube. Mm-hmm. It looks good on one side and it doesn't fit on the other here. And that's why you're getting third teams in and fourth teams in here. But basically moving forward, I don't care if you're LeBron James or if you're Kevin Durant, moving $48 million in this day and age is extremely, extremely difficult.
Is that good for the league? I liked it better when you used to work in a front office. You used to work for the Nets. I liked it better when teams traded more, when you could move pieces. Sometimes, and you experience this in your career, sometimes a player just needs a change of scenery and then he takes off. by restricting trades with this CBA, was it an unintended consequence? Did they want to restrict trades? Is it good for the league to have the CBA?
I think we're in a little bit of a perfect storm right now, just because the salary cap only grew, I think, 3%. And as the salary cap grows, so does the apron levels.
Right.
So when we get this new TV deal that's going to come in this offseason, everything will start to grow and get better here. But right now, we're just kind of in this really holding pattern here. And that's why I said, like, the teams out there like Charlotte and Detroit, those teams benefit. They're basically trying to spread a lot of the talent around. Even in an example like Zach LaVine, who we've talked about a lot over the last couple of years. Zach LaVine's having a really good year in Chicago, but he's making $43 million.
Yeah.
And it's hard to move $43 million for another 3 or 4 players.
So if I'm LeBron, LeBron goes to the Lakers and says, I'd like to be traded, and I'd like to be traded to Golden State. Is there a way to do that?
Yeah, there is a way to do it. It's basically kind of just stacking contracts here. I think when you look at it, Golden State's perspective, they've got a lot of, certainly the Andrew Wiggins contract.
He's got to be part of it, right?
Yeah, he's the $26 million guy.
Right.
And then you're looking at, they've got a lot of expiring, whether it be Gary Payton, whether it be Kuminga, whether it be Looney, guys like that. They've got a lot of stuff to put in a deal. The hard part is, as I said, like, the Lakers can't take back more money and Golden State can't take back more money. All right, so how do we get 48 to match up with 48? And then how do we get another team involved? So there's definitely different ways to do it.
I haven't thought about it at all, but Wiggins, Payton, Kuminga, and Pajemski gets you to 47.
Windy gave me a heads up on Friday afternoon because I was texting with him. He goes, "Hey, I think Wilbon's going to want to talk about it on the show tonight." And he goes, "And I'm crunching the numbers." And I said, "What do you got?" He goes, "I got the numbers." And it was like exactly what you just said.
Yeah, it's like you said, a Rubik's cube to get it to work. It looks like Wiggins has got to be part of it, and then some of the minor players can trade spots. But it seems like there is some way to do it, again, if LeBron were to initiate.
I think things really have to go off the tracks.
Yeah.
I think things have to really trend.
Much worse than they have
much
been
worse.
now.
Yeah, I think they have to be out of the play-in mix when we get to late January, early February. I don't think they will be. I think they'll – listen, the Western Conference, this is
just loaded. Yeah.
I mean, the teams on the outside, Sacramento, right? San Antonio, Denver's in 8 or 9 right now. Like 500 keeps you in this, and I think they should be better than 500. They're going to get help with this break that's coming up.
Right.
Yeah. This little bit of a break
will
help them. They'll help a lot of teams here.
Let me ask you about a team that I think is very quietly, not a lot of people talk about it. You probably do in your world. But am I overrating Oklahoma City? They are loaded top to bottom with young talent, Bobby, and they control the next 3 drafts. The only downside is eventually they're not going to be able to pay everybody. But for the next 5 years, don't they control the NBA, basically?
They do. And I had this conversation with Bob Myers about it, and he said, like, well, how are they going to be able to afford Holmgren, Jalen Williams.
Yeah.
And I said the beauty of Oklahoma City is they've got so many draft picks that when one guy gets expensive, they just replenish it with another player. When Cason Wallace, who's in a second year, becomes expensive 3 years from now, or Lou Dort becomes expensive, the pick from Miami in 2025 now replaces it. They basically have this endless cycle of draft picks that keep on replenishing all these young players that eventually become too expensive.
So your kid is at USC, huh?
He is. We just got that second semester tuition bill.
And so,
I'm sorry.
Now, is he a backup on the rowing team, or how do you get it?
He got in the right way.
Yeah. I didn't know consultation with
we don't
Lori
want to come
Loughlin.
up to visit you in prison.
And what's he studying?
He's studying international poly with a focus in cybersecurity.
How do you like his first USC football season?
He loved it, but man, he wasn't a big football guy. My 15-year-old is, but he's texting me last week, hey, we just got the 11th best player in recruiting before I knew
by
it.
Thanos, yeah.
I think we got spoiled with the LSU win to start the season.
It kind of rose expectations.
And then we had a lot of those fourth quarter demises.
Oh, God.
All right, Bobby, before we let you get out of here, where do the Lakers finish at the end of the season, in your opinion? Do you think they're into this where they've been lately, 6, 7, 8, 9, or did they miss altogether? Are they better than that? What do you think?
I think they're in the play-in mix here, and I think they're in the play-in mix. A lot of it is because Houston and Memphis are a lot better. And those
Especially
teams,
Houston,
those
right?
teams that did not make the playoffs last year push everyone back. But they're no different. They're going to be in there with maybe Denver, maybe Minnesota. They're going to be the Clippers. Certainly could be in there too. There are going to be a lot of teams in there that will be above 500. But I do think it will be they'll be in that play-in mix.
Last year, you needed to be.
I think you needed 49
Yeah,
wins.
you needed 49.
Yeah.
No, because the Lakers had 47, right?
And they
made
were the
it.
7.
But 500, I don't think in the West even makes it. I think you got to be better than 500.
I agree. 500 does not make it, not even to the play-in.
Yeah.
But funny thing, in the East, you might be the 6th
Oh,
seed.
yeah, no, it's
Hey,
true.
we might look up in a month from now, and Philadelphia might be in 5.
I know.
That's
crazy.
Yeah. All right,
Crazy.
Bobby, it's great seeing you, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations
Thank you.
on your son getting into
I
USC.
appreciate
That's
it.
awesome,
Tell him
man.
if he gets bored, he wants to come hang out with us to come by.
I will. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
All right, coming up next for you, going to do some What's Up, Fool. In the meantime, you know I love my friend Jacob Imrani. This is the guy you need if you are involved in any kind of accident. So let's say driving to a friend's house this past weekend. You're going to watch the game. You're injured in a car accident that wasn't your fault. And you say, what should I do? You should call Jacob. Jacob and his team offer a free consultation, so you got nothing to lose by calling and explaining your situation. If Jacob starts working with you, you can move on with your life. He and his team will find a doctor in your area that specializes in your injury, and he'll also work on your behalf with the body shop and the rental place and all that stuff. Jacob and his team are ready to help you get you back on your feet and get you the compensation that you deserve. So if you were in a car accident, Uber, Lyft accident, commercial vehicle, pedestrian, whatever it is, slip and fall. You need Jacob. When you call an attorney, you want one who is respected. Call Jacob Imrani. He is the real deal. 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or remember,
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
CallJacob.com. Don't forget to follow Jacob on Instagram. Go to @call.jacob for great advice and prizes and more. Proud legal partner of the Rams, the Lakers, and LAFC. And when you call him, make sure you tell him Mason and Sedano from 710 ESPN sent you. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
710 ESPN, the destination for LA sports this fall.
Here comes LeBron and slam dunk right in Paul George's face and a foul.
Lakers basketball.
Got it back. Another 3. Good. What a night for Austin Reeves.
Rams football.
Cup of the 6. Cup to the pylon. Touchdown, Cooper Cup. Touchdown, LA.
The USC Trojans.
Hands off the marks. Up the middle. Into the end zone. Touchdown. They're going wild in half of this stadium as the Trojans are going to pull off the upset. How do you do?
LAFC.
Oh, flip for LA Football Club. Did he?
The LA Kings and Angels baseball.
The all-new ESPN LA app, your destination for LA sports.
Hey, John Ireland here. If you want to sell your home, call Seller's Advantage. Everyone has different reasons for selling. Some people want to downsize and move. Some have inherited a property they want to get rid of, or maybe it's just time for a change. Whatever your reason for selling, Seller's Advantage has a custom solution for your needs. They'll make a competitive cash offer with no repairs needed, as they can close in days, no complicated closing process or contracts falling through. Seller's Advantage has been making sellers happy for decades, and they have the reviews to prove it. Call them today and get a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-AS-IS. That's 888-390-2747, or go to sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Can't be home for the game?
Caught for the touchdown.
NFL Plus has you covered with live, local, and primetime games on the go.
What a game he's had.
On your mobile device, you can access live, local Sunday afternoon games and all the primetime action from Thursday night football, Sunday night football, and Monday night football.
Tonight was definitely their night.
Sign up for NFL Plus today at plus.nfl.com/radio. Subscription required for NFL Plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Timeout. Your body goals don't have an off season. GNC is ready to help you get a stronger start on the new year with help building more muscle and proven weight loss support. Need a boost? We're ready with GNC vitamins for your longest winter days. Want the best energy drinks? They're at GNC. Never tried creatine before? Get ready to be amazed. GNC coaches are ready to help you in stores everywhere, and you can shop our full collection of flavors and online exclusives at GNC.com. GNC, live well.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles, and we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
What's Up, Fool is brought to you by Dos Hombres Mezcal. It's fate. It's friendship. It's mezcal. Dos Hombres.
Thank you, Brian. So I got one here for you today.
Okay.
I saw this over the weekend. I think this is kind of a little old story, but I want to get your guys' take on it here.
All right.
So the NFL players apparently will be getting fined for talking about drug tests now. So the NFL has come out and said, they don't want any players to post videos of the drug tests, post pictures that they got the slip, or even, people always show the text messages, oh, you've been called in for the drug test. And a lot of times the caveat is these comes after, career performances.
Yeah,
huge games and all that stuff. So what do you guys think on the NFL trying to crack down on the information that, you now have to take a drug test?
I think it's stupid. I wouldn't think the NFL would want it out there that they're being aggressive about drug testing.
Yeah.
Why do they care?
Yeah, this is like criticizing the officials, I guess, or commenting on the officials. They're commenting on the process. I think it's stupid that they would ban it, but I don't understand why this information is a state secret. I mean, you should be able to reveal that in social media. Now, I don't know. I haven't seen a lot of players post that they got a drug test. I haven't seen that, but apparently it's going on out there somewhere.
Well, apparently this also was already in the rule book. It just wasn't kind of obliged to the thing. So now they're kind of saying, okay, $15,000
all right,
fines.
in the rule book. There you go.
What's up, fool?
All right, so FIBA and the NBA are starting to figure out a new venture. Ireland. They're going to try and make a league in Europe, where an NBA-owned league would be direct competition for the Euro League and other top pro leagues in individual European countries. What do you think of this idea by the NBA?
Well, what's weird about that is there are 60 players from Europe in the league now, including guys like Jokic and Luka and Giannis.
Yep.
So if they start this league in Europe...
Who plays over there?
Right.
It's almost like it would be a developmental
like G league.
But wouldn't it be a developmental league for the NBA? Like if you do well in Barcelona, you do well in Prague, you're probably going to get pulled over to...
the Lakers have a European affiliate?
Yes.
I mean...
So you have a G League and a European G League.
I don't hate it.
No, I don't hate it at all. And by the way, there are a lot of diamonds in the rough who will be discovered that way. Guys that go beyond the G aren't good enough for the G League and are good enough for Europe or vice versa. We're going to find guys that aren't necessarily highly touted who are going to be able to contribute.
Just in the Olympics, there was guys that played for Spain and Australia that were just lighting it up. And so now you're going to be able to find those guys.
Well, think about this. Nikola Jokic, when he came out of Europe, was the 46th player taken in the draft. Nobody thought he was any good. Yusuf Nurkic was taken ahead of him, and now he's the best player in the league. Why not try and develop players in Europe?
That guy Ricochet, he would still be in the NBA.
I would think
he wouldn't be playing in the NBA Europe League.
Looks really
I think he would
good,
be here. I said it because I know how to say his name, and I Ricochet is like the correct pronunciation, is it not?
It is.
Yes.
And he's French, but he was born in Spain. So he's like a big-time Euro.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's up, fool?
All right, guys, so the Chiefs got lucky once again last night, as we always
it's
know.
unbelievable.
I was thinking about you, Brian. That must have been painful.
I thought the Chargers were going to win that game.
And the doink got you.
The doink, yeah. I mean, for a split second, I thought, oh, no way. But ESPN Bet put out an interesting stat last night after the game. The Chiefs are now 0-7 against their spread their last 7 games.
I lost. That was one of my picks. I took the Chiefs.
I had the Chargers.
So the little caveat here is the longest losing streak in the Chiefs franchise history for against the spread. No team has ever gone on to win the Super Bowl after going 0-6 against the spread 6 straight weeks. So is this a little caveat to you buying stock into this stat that ESPN Bet is putting out, or are the Chiefs just the Chiefs and they can be the first ones ever?
I have promised myself I would not bet against Patrick Mahomes ever again because every time I do it, I get burned. But, Greg, they are not the best team in the NFL. I know they have the best record, but they barely win every week. Even if they get to the Super Bowl, I might take whoever comes out of the NFC, the Lions, the Eagles, the Rams. I mean,
so you said barely win. Just take out that word barely because they win every week. It doesn't matter how you win.
Here's the thing I'll say. So they now hold the NFL record for the most wins by a touchdown or less. They've done it 10 times this year. When USC went through that run where they had a lead in every fourth quarter and ended up blowing it, we said they couldn't finish a game. Kansas City can finish a game.
And Mahomes is Mariano Rivera.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I would still not bet against Mahomes. It's like they're set up to win, and then there is some luck involved, and it tends to go their way, but luck is what Wooden say preparation meets opportunity, right? And they're right there for it.
Yeah, it's the same thing as what Tom Brady went through. He moved right through, and once he got to the Super Bowl, he just won. Mahomes is going to do the exact same thing.
But I'm rooting for Josh Allen.
3 out of the last 4 years, he won a Super Bowl.
Yep. This would be
3 in a row. No, 3 in a row.
Oh, okay, right. This would be the three-peat.
What's up, Foo?
I got playing a little fantasy football. You know, the regular season of fantasy football has mostly come and gone this last week.
Yes.
Tonight being one of the final games here. So I noticed when I was playing against Kirk Cousins yesterday, and I did make the playoffs, so that's a good caveat. Mm-hmm. Well, this is the stats that kind of, shine to me here. So he has 0 touchdowns in his last 4 games. That's over 5 weeks because there's a bye in there. His last touchdowns came November 3rd against the Cowboys. In between that, he has 8 interceptions and a fumble. So 9 turnovers, no touchdowns, last 4 games. Falcons still right there. Second place, still have a shot at the division. Is it about to get loud here for Kirk Cousins, or is he safe with that big contract they just gave him? He's starting to look old.
He is not safe for one reason. They had the 8th pick in the draft, and they took Michael Penix.
Yeah, I mean, Michael Penix is going to play.
Michael Penix might play this year. But speaking of fantasy, so I'm in first place in our fantasy football league.
Yes.
And I keep playing the wrong guys.
Yeah, but you're in first place, so how wrong can it be?
Like this. Yesterday, Sam Darnold went off.
Yeah, he did.
I have him sitting on my bench, and now I'm 5 points down going into tonight, and Joe Burrow better have a big night.
Oh, Joe Burrow's going to get you 5 points.
No, but he has 2 people. He has the Cowboys defense, and he has Dowdle, the running back.
Oh, I'll take Burrow in that matchup.
I think I'll win. But it got me to thinking, Mace.
Yes.
As a Rams fan.
Uh-huh.
Sam Darnold's going to be a free agent at the end of the year.
Makes sense.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Because I don't think Matthew Stafford's going to be here. I think they're going to draft a quarterback, and I think Sam Darnold would be a good placeholder
Even if
for him.
Matthew Stafford wants to play one more year, sign Darnold. Sign him for $75 million for 3 years, and let's see what we got.
And that's a lot for a backup quarterback.
But he's only going to be a backup for 1 year, and if Stafford gets hurt, you give him the job.
Yeah,
you think Stafford's not going to be here next year?
I don't think he's going to be here next
year.
So
a lot of people think that.
Yeah. I do not think so.
So even if they go to the Super Bowl, you think he doesn't come back?
Greg,
that might change things. But
No. I think it changes things the other way. I think if Matt Stafford wins the Super Bowl this year, he retires.
Yeah, I think he might retire too.
He has 4 daughters. He's got a great life. That would give him 2 Super Bowls, an absolute guaranteed first ballot Hall of Famer.
Easy.
And Greg, what do you think of my idea? Sam Darnold, Rams quarterback next year.
I would get it because it works. Kevin O'Connell is, or Connor, 11.
No, Kevin O'Connell.
Yeah, Kevin O'Connell.
Runs the same offense Sean McVay does.
Absolutely, and he fixes quarterbacks, as you're noticing with Darnold. So does McVay. It could work here.
I think if Darnold got offered a similar amount of money or even a little more, he grew up in San Clemente. He went to USC. The chance for him to be quarterback in the Rams, I bet you he seriously considers it.
But it only happens if Matthew Stafford retires or is traded or leaves as a free agent.
Yeah, it's kind of the LeBron thing. It has
because you can't afford 2 gigantic numbers, right?
Not for quarterbacks.
Yeah. But, and the idea that, McVay drafts a quarterback at some point in the first round this year and his developmental guy, and if you need somebody to play next year while he holds a clipboard, Darnold is perfect for that.
And for people who are saying, what are you idiots talking about? Why wouldn't Minnesota keep him? Minnesota drafted J.J. McCarthy last year, had an unbelievable camp, and then blew out his knee, and that's McCarthy's team moving forward. So they're not even going to offer Darnold a contract. They're just going to let him go to free agency.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, coming up next for you. This is good.
I want to talk about Soto at some point.
Okay,
in this
we'll get to Soto, and plus a mind-boggling statistic that hit me when I was stoned yesterday. We'll do that coming up too. In the meantime, you have never experienced anything like COSM. Now, you've heard me talk about it. This is called immersive shared reality. So when you walk into that dome, you and everybody there, you feel like you're at the game. Like, for example, right now for the NBA Cup, you can go to COSM Los Angeles and see the games like never before. Every single play comes to life on these immense 8K plus wraparound displays. So it's not just in front of you, it's your peripheral, it's below you, it's just, you're there. You're just there. You can go courtside this holiday season at COSM Los Angeles. Maybe even get a gift. You can use the exclusive discount code ESPNLA to get 20% off any NBA event in December. Again, ESPN LA is your discount code for 20% off. Get your tickets now at COSM.com. That's COSM, COSM.com. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Travis Rogers and DeMarco Farr.
Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. after Greeny.
I feel loud and proud. I'm coming out. I like LeBron James.
Sure.
I'm coming out.
Yes, I like LeBron James. There are people that hate him, and I don't get it. I've done my research. I've talked to people that have played, coached, watched. Where do you have him in your top 5? Without a doubt, he always lands at 3.
3.
The third best player ever in the history of the game.
Okay.
Yes. Jordan, somebody else, him.
That's fine. If you had him at the top, that's also fine.
That's what I'm saying.
If you had him at number 2, that's also fine.
I don't prefer his game. It does not make me go, wow. It's a big dude that uses power moves, right?
Yeah.
Kobe was more artistic. Yeah. That is what I like to watch.
Sure.
But I have come around. I like LeBron James. I like everything he does on the floor.
This is recent to come around to LeBron?
Yes.
Yeah.
Weekday mornings at 9 a.m.
It's Travis and DeMarco
on 710 ESPN.
Insurance claim. Those 2 words used to instantly manifest a pit in my stomach. In fact, I get flashbacks of being lowballed and made to feel like a criminal. And of course, just being ignored. No insurance company is in a rush to fairly compensate clients, even though they unabashedly take our money every year. All of that's behind me now, and I'm never going back thanks to Avner Gatt. Dealing with insurance companies is all they do. Avner Gatt has one of the largest teams of professional licensed public insurance adjusters in California, and many of these people used to work for insurance companies. The team at Avner Gatt knows exactly how to handle your claim. You also have some Avner Gatt adjusters with experience in handling hazardous materials, where asbestos and lead testing was their profession. Some of them used to work at law firms handling bad faith claims. Trust me, they know how to deal with any insurance claim dispute. Avner Gatt covers all of Southern California with a real passion for helping people, which becomes all the more obvious when you realize Avner and his family are still the ones answering the phones. So whatever unfortunate occurrence led you to the insurance claim and subsequent abusive relationship, being lowballed, ignored, judged, know that Avner has your back. And if somehow I still haven't convinced you, just check out what seems to be a never-ending stream of 5-star reviews on Yelp, Google, and the Better Business Bureau. Call today. 818-917-5256. That's 818-917-5256 and online at avnergatt.com.
ESPN LA and Beverly Hills Orthodontics are teaming up this fall because we want to know who's smiling in SoCal. Go to ESPNLA.com and nominate who you think is making LA a better place. This can be a mentor, a teacher, a coach, a good Samaritan, a youngster who brightens your day. Tell us who's smiling and you could win some awesome prizes like sweet tickets from ESPN LA, Sonic Care electric toothbrushes, whitening treatment, and a grand prize of Invisalign from Beverly Hills Ortho. Enter now at ESPNLA.com and remember you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Orthodontics.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a good karma brands radio station.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. And we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
So every once in a while, Ireland, I will take a gummy or hit the vape a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then my mind starts working. So over the weekend, I had hit the vape a couple of times, and then Neil deGrasse Tyson came on TV.
Okay.
And this is what he said.
He got in a big argument with somebody over the weekend about something. I'm trying to remember. What did he
This is what he said that just blew my mind. Okay, so there's a star in the universe for every grain of sand on Earth. Think about that. A star in the universe for every single grain.
I saw him when he said this. He said this on Bill Maher.
Bill Maher, yes, he did. A grain of sand for every star in the universe. Tell me there's not something out there, some living thing.
Oh, wait a minute. Are you trying to convince me that there's life beyond Earth?
Yes.
I've been there long
I know people
before
who
you.
deny it. I know people who say no. Bergman, is there life out there?
100% there's life out there. And I think it's really cool, too, the grain of sand. Isn't there more, it's the same thing with ants. There's as many ants as there are grains of sand.
Yeah, it's probably true.
Like that,
Probably true. Brian, you think there's life out there, right?
Oh, 1,000%.
Right, good.
Yeah.
Well, then it's not that revolutionary a thought. All right. So aside from that, Juan Soto has signed a gigantic 15-year, $765 million contract with the New York Mets.
All right, now you guys are more into baseball than me, but here's my take on at first glance at this contract. Way too much, way too long. I don't think the Yankees are upset today that they didn't get Soto. As a Dodger fan, Greg, I'm not upset we didn't get Soto. He's going to be 41 years old.
Right.
When this reeks of the Albert Pujols contract to me.
He's 26 right now.
If the argument is there will be dead money at the end of the contract,
100%,
I
that's what I'm saying.
100% agree that that's true.
Well, but there's an opt-out after year 5, so he's
got to be raking at that point to opt out.
That's for him, yeah. So at age 31,
he
could, yeah. But him at 31,
it's a one-way opt-out.
So if he's doing what he's worth. So at 31, he can just say, I'm out, and I'm going to redo the whole thing all over again. So 5 to 15 years, 5 to 15, really kind of on the outside.
I think if you look at that Albert Pujols contract, the Angels signed him when he was in his 30s. Now, Soto's only 26. You're right. That's a key component to this. But, Greg, I think for the first 3 or 4 years, Pujols was Pujols. And then after that, it was just 7 years of nothing. And Juan Soto is a career 280 hitter. Young Albert Pujols was way better than young Juan Soto. Albert Pujols, his age 21 to 26, was Babe Ruthian. And now we're paying a career 280 hitter $765 million. Why?
But hang on, you're looking at the batting average. He also has a career 953 OPS. He also has a career 421 on base percentage. In other words, 4 times in every 10 times at the plate, he's getting on base.
I'm not saying he's not a great player.
Those are huge numbers.
I'm saying I get the Shohei contract because he's a unicorn.
And we hope he can pitch.
Nobody else does what he can do.
Yeah.
Others can do what Juan Soto does.
See, I think Juan Soto it's going to look like a bargain in a couple years.
Oh, no, absolutely not.
Absolutely
I don't agree with you in the slightest. I agree. I'm more on Ireland's side than any of it because also Shohei's contract is different because Shohei, as we've said many times, is an ecosystem into himself. So the Japanese market, you got the whole thing. The Japanese streaming rights, you get all of that.
I agree with you, Greg. The phrase he pays for himself gets thrown around too much, but for him it works.
And also, a lot of that is deferred so that you can get more guys.
Yeah, none of Soto's money
None of it is deferred.
Hey,
big signing bonus.
Let me ask you about something related.
I hate this
quick,
deal.
Real quick, we should mention Dodgers signed
That's where I
Michael
was going.
Conforto.
That's where I was going. Does the signing of Conforto, Greg, mean that Teo is probably leaving?
So no, you still can sign him as well, but most likely because Soto signed for so much money, and the Red Sox, the Yankees, and Toronto all did miss out on him.
That's what I'm worried about. I think they all make Teo a contract offer now.
A really big one, like 5 years, 120 million or something like that.
Yeah, like I would go 3 years, 90. That's sort of the way he's
I'd go
projected.
3 years, 100. I don't care.
3 years, 100.
Give him what he wants
but I
to
think
stay.
he's going to get more years.
I can see him getting 5 years, 200. And I don't think the Dodgers want to pay that.
That's massive.
That's too much.
That's massive.
Well,
that is too much.
That's 50 million.
No, it's not.
No,
it's
so
40 million.
25. Yeah.
You were talking about giving him 33.
Yeah. So I mean, someone will give it to him, and I think you're right. But
the thing I like about your offer is it's only 3 years.
Yeah, I think that the Dodgers want to have a much better deal because they have so much money, so much deferred money going out there. They want guys that are a little bit younger. I think, but Teo was such a huge part of this team this year. If you can bring him back, you have to.
The very latest news on this is courtesy Alden Gonzalez, who says that the Dodgers and Teoscar face a gap in their negotiations.
Yeah, and they're probably not going to go up to it.
Yeah, they probably will. I have a feeling
Boston.
that he's gone. Yeah, I have a feeling. Or the Yankees.
Yeah, well, Boston, he's mentioned Boston, how he's always wanted to play in Fenway
Yeah,
Park,
true.
and he likes Boston so much. It's a big Dominican. There's a lot of Dominicans up there. It's very much.
You know what's weird about that? About him wanting to play in Boston?
Yeah, he loves it.
Teo, as you mentioned, Greg, is Dominican.
Yep.
But he looks black. People that look black in Boston, like we had Torrey Hunter on once, and Torrey Hunter said he put it in his deal when he came to the Angels. They wouldn't give him a no trade, and he said, okay, how about a no trade to Boston? And the Angels said, okay, we will not trade you to Boston. And he was completely I was working with either Clinton or Adonde or somebody, and Torrey Hunter came on the air and he goes, that is the most racist city in America, and ask any black player who has ever played in Boston, and they'll tell you they were not welcome there, which is weird because I've never heard Mookie say it. But that's a real thing. And for Teo to be openly lobbying to go to Boston, because most people aren't smart enough to know the difference between a Dominican guy who looks black and an African American.
Although, in your words, if Boston makes the biggest offer, I mean, this is the way you view it. If Boston makes the biggest offer, he goes to Boston.
Right, but I'm just saying it's weird that he's courting them.
Right,
it's normally black players don't want to go there.
But to answer your question, Conforto signing does not stop them from signing Teo because you need 2 outfield spots. With Mookie moving down to second base, you need 2
Right now,
outfield
it would be Edman, Conforto, and Pages.
Right.
Would probably be the outfield.
That's not a strong enough outfield for the Dodgers.
No, they need another corner outfield.
That sounds like an Angels outfield.
Yeah, they need another corner outfield.
Yeah, and Edman, by the way, could also move down to shortstop.
Yes.
So you might need more.
Are they not bringing Rojas back?
No, Rojas is back.
He's under contract.
He's under contract for 1 more year. I think they missed arbitration off him. Or not arbitration. They signed him back again.
But so they're not talking about putting Mookie at short. Mookie's talking.
No,
they're talking about second base.
Most likely,
like second
so the odd
base.
man out is Gavin Lux.
Yeah. So winter meetings probably being traded. No.
Well, the winter meetings are going on today.
Yeah. So if you could see Gavin Lux move this week. There's no spot for him.
For years, everybody tried to get Gavin Lux, and the Dodgers wouldn't give him up, and now his trade value is almost nothing.
Yeah. Although he had a really good second half.
Well, he had a good month and a half.
Willie Adames signed a big deal today. Where's he going?
Signed in San Francisco. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, why are you smiling?
Oh. Okay. So I probably can't read the one you told me I was going to read. Now. We're going to have to
liner.
move it.
Sorry, he told me to ask you why you were smiling.
No, but Brian just walked in and goes, "You got to do Terranea."
Oh, okay.
So I can't do 2 back to back.
Okay, well, tell us coming up where you're smiling.
Well, I can tell you where I'm smiling now. Just go to ESPNLA.com and nominate who you think is making LA a better place. Could be a mentor, a teacher, a coach, a good Samaritan. You can nominate yourself. That's what Mace would do. He would nominate himself.
Hey, vote me.
Could win prizes like Sweet Tickets, Sonic Care. Everybody always meets me and they say, when are you giving me something I want? Well, how about Sweet Tickets, Sonic Care, electric toothbrushes, whitening treatment, or Invisalign, which is worth thousands of dollars? Enter now at ESPNLA.com, and remember, you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Ortho.
Fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
Weekdays after Mason in Ireland.
I'll give Mason credit. He used to fight tooth and nail. Oh, there's more Rams fans than any other fan base in there. He's realized our eyes aren't lying to us.
Again, please.
Oh, there's more Rams fans in there than anybody else. You sound like Animal from the Muppets.
Yeah, so you sound like a Muppet character.
Sedano and Cap today at 3 p.m.
on 710 ESPN.
Don't you love the sounds of the holiday season? The bells, the sleighs. Woo-hoo! If so, your holiday's now even more magical because now during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event, you can take home your favorite Hyundai with some of the season's greatest savings.
Drive away now in one of our most popular models with 0% APR and 0 payments for 90 days. Only during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Offer ends January 2nd. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Get ready, LA. The Art of Sport LA Bowl, hosted by Gronk, is back at SoFi Stadium on December 18th at 6 p.m. Be there as the Mountain West top team goes head-to-head with the former Pac-12 contender in a showdown you won't want to miss. Tickets and premium suites are on sale now. Don't miss out on your chance to be a part of the action. Visit LABowlGame.com to secure your seats today. That's LABowlGame.com.
Hey, John Ireland here. Are you going through a life change? Whether you're downsizing, inheriting a home, or ready for a change, Seller's Advantage is here to make selling your home easy. They'll buy it as is with a competitive cash offer. No repairs, no hassle. With Seller's Advantage, you're in control. Close as quickly as you want and do it on your own terms. Check out their reviews online and call for a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS. That's 888-390-2747 or visit sellersadvantage.com.
Hey, it's Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike. I have teamed up with Travis and DeMarco to tell you about personal injury attorney Joseph S. Normand and his all-star legal team.
We've been talking about the law office of Joseph S. Normand for months, and they've helped listeners achieve maximum compensation that they deserve in an accident.
Getting into an accident can be scary and frustrating dealing with insurance companies. Let the Normand All-Star team handle it for you. Visit normandlegal.com or 213-747-2000.
The law offices of Joseph S. Normand, 213-747-2000.
Harry Douglas here for Technique's new noise-canceling True Wireless AZ80 earbuds. Techniques has been revolutionizing the audio game for almost 60 years. With multi-point connection of up to 3 devices at the same time, the AZ80s let you go from leading a meeting to listening to a podcast to taking a call seamlessly. Visit us.techniques.com/sports for special holiday deals on the AZ80s today. That's us.technics.com/sports.
ABC Wednesdays.
Y'all complain all day. We want books. We want paper towels in the classroom. Bet you want raises, too. I'm still waiting on the paper towels.
Abbott Elementary returns with a new season.
We asked the district for more after-school programs. They gave us $50 for class pets instead.
Critics cheer. Abbott Elementary continues to be one of the funniest and most beloved shows on TV.
What y'all doing out there? Taking bribes? Proud of y'all.
Abbott Elementary, Wednesdays, 9:30, 8:30 Central on ABC and stream on Hulu.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. And we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
All right, it is Michelob Ultra Reaction Monday, reacting to the Rams' stunning upset of the Buffalo Bills. The Lakers with the win last night over Portland. The Kings have won 5 in a row. How about that? Thanks to Michelob Ultra, 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. So I came across this number today, John. We mentioned Juan Soto, 15 years, $765
Too much
million.
money.
Okay. The combined earnings of LeBron James and Tom Brady are $761 million.
So in one contract, he gets more than arguably the greatest pro football quarterback and one of the top 3 NBA players ever.
Their career earnings.
I think that's why I'm a little sour on the Soto deal.
Bergman's super sour on it. We had a debate this morning.
I just think I get it for Shohei. I don't get it for Soto.
I'm totally with you. I don't get it for him at all. He's a one-way player. He's probably going to be a DH within the next few years, if not next year.
Oh, he's not a terrible defender, is he?
No, he's an awful defender.
Yeah,
he
he's
lost
not a good
games
Remember,
for the Yankees.
Out in right field. For some reason, he had a gold glove at one point.
I don't know
I think
how
it was
he got
totally typo.
He's also not a good. He's also not a good base runner.
Yep.
So he screwed out of a couple of runs in the World Series. He doesn't do anything. He doesn't actually bring you Doesn't bring you the Dominican market. He doesn't bring you extra money. He doesn't people are
I
tuning
think their
in to
idea
see
is
Soto.
he brings you wins. I think that's the idea.
It's going to help.
So
you're also probably not going to sign Alonso now.
I don't begrudge Juan Soto for getting as much money as he possibly could.
No,
and
not at all. I'm not saying
on the table.
Juan Soto should be elated.
Yeah.
And Scott Boras did it again.
And you think the Mets made a mistake?
I think they overpaid. I think they're because
if they got one World Series, did they overpay?
It's a great question. If they get a World Series,
the fact that you had to think about it.
If they get a World Series, I'll amend my opinion. But I think this is Albert Pujols Part 2.
Yeah, I think Albert was worn down. I mean, he's 31. He was 6 years older. Soto's 25 now.
26.
He'll be 26 to start the year. So that's 5 years younger.
Yeah.
And you have 5 years with him. You have 5 years basically to make this contract work. If it doesn't work in those 5 years, it's a disaster.
Oh, look! If they don't win a World Series with Juan Soto, it's a mistake. It was a terrible deal. There's no question about that.
Soto,
this is I want to win the World Series signing. And by the way, it's also I'm Steve Cohen. I've got FU money contract.
That's exactly what it is. But has Soto ever led a team because in the Nationals won a World Series, but that was behind the 3-headed monster of a pitching staff.
Yeah,
that was where that all came from. And then in San Diego, they didn't even make the playoffs with him.
He did not have a good year in San Diego.
He did not. And then they got to the World Series, but they got basically gentlemen swept in it. I don't think that he is the reason they're going to win a championship. This seems like the Shohei Ohtani deal just makes so much more sense. To give him more money does not make sense to me.
All right, hey, Mace, can I play something for you since you didn't hear it?
Oh, yeah.
Timothy Chalamet.
Wait, can I say one thing real fast?
Yeah, sure.
David Vassay, about a minute ago, Brandon Gomes, Dodgers GM Brandon Gomes, says Mookie Betts is preparing to play shortstop this season.
Shortstop.
Okay.
So that might
Gavin
keep
Lux might be
Gavin
okay.
Lux is still there, yeah.
Okay.
All right, Brian, I just texted it to you. Okay, just get ready. But in the meantime, Greg, you have this Chalamet stuff, right?
I do.
Okay, so Timothy Chalamet, for people who don't know, is the best.
If you don't know, where have you been? He's like Dune and
it's the best young actor in
Wonka
Hollywood.
and-
He basically is Leonardo DiCaprio 20 years ago. He gets offered the big, and he's also very covered in People Mag. He dates Kylie Jenner. He's like he's all over the. He's all over pop culture. Everywhere.
He's got a movie coming out where he plays Bob Dylan
and looks
called The Complete
just
Unknown.
like Dylan.
Apparently got a Golden Globe nomination today. Great actor.
On Saturday, for all the conference championship games, on College Game Day, they invited him because the Dylan movie's coming out on Christmas. They invited him to be their guest picker. Now, they invite celebrities all the time, one a week, to be the guest picker.
Yep.
And some guys don't know anything. And Katy Perry did it. She was really fun.
Yeah.
Some guys don't know anything. Some of the musicians they bring in are just dopes.
Yeah.
Not only did Chalamet know something, listen to the detail that he provides when he's picking these games. Hit it, Greg.
I'm going Jackson State, 8 wins in a row, 11 all-conference players. This should be a comfortable, easy win for them.
Breaking it down. Breaking it down.
This guy's a great actor.
Hey, he said, I only got 6 games. I'm bringing the heater on all 6 of them.
Listen, these teams are 2-2 in the last 4 matchups. The Red Hawks defense looks good, but I'm looking at fourth-year Bobcats quarterback Parker Navarro. Yeah. 65% completion rate. If he can get going, he'll tilt this in favor of the Bobcats. I'm going underdog Bobcats here.
Yes.
Underdog Bobcats.
I love that. I'm going to go with you guys with Miami of Ohio. The main reason.
Okay, I'm going Louisiana here. Tyrone Lewis Jr., Cody Jackson, Tyree Skipper. They're going to step that defense up. Billy Napier's legend remains. The defense is strong.
Okay,
the biggest concern Louisiana has is the Sun Belt.
Totally agree. Scadaboo, little 3 to 5 yard runs, needs to be efficient, set that offense going. I don't think they've won a conference championship outright ever. I'm pulling for Arizona State today.
Timmy.
He said it.
How many Arizona States we got? We got 3 Arizona States because of Scadaboo. I'm with that.
I got SMU.
Try that, Adam Driver. Let's see what you got.
Contender next year.
And
humble opinion.
Hold on.
I'm pulling for SMU. It smells like the 1980s, folks.
All right, so he took SMU, who lost a heartbreaker to Clemson, but I think he got all those other games right.
Impressive.
And he obviously. So Emily Hebel. Went and checked his social media, and apparently all he follows on social media are sports guys.
Is that right?
Yeah. Guys like us, or guys like at ESPN.
Does Chalamet follow me?
Well, if he does,
look at it.
All right, so the other thing, Brian, you got this other thing ready that I sent you? Okay. So, Mates, the other thing is you had this story on Friday.
Yes.
That the #1 rated show, not this weekend that just happened, but last
weekend before, was the parade.
Was the Holiday Touchdown Kansas City Chiefs Hallmark movie.
Yes.
Okay, and so the actors that played the lead in that, the actress is a woman named Hunter King. She's young. She's like 25. And Tyler Hines was the lead. Parker Bell went to the ESPYs last summer and saw him. And Parker knows I love Hallmark.
Yeah, sure.
So he goes, hey, the show I work with, Mason in Ireland, loves Hallmark. And so here is Tyler Hines and Hunter King talking about us.
Mason and Ireland over at 710.
Oh, okay, ready?
Okay. Mason and Ireland over at 710. We love you.
Thank you so
All
much.
right, I think I should make that my ringtone.
Yeah, sure. They didn't sound coached. That's what it felt so spontaneous and like they weren't even coached at all.
No, good work by Parker.
And by the way, Timothy,
have you seen Holiday Touchdown yet?
Not yet.
What are you waiting for?
Have you watched the Lindsay Lohan one?
Of course. Please.
Was it any good?
No.
Let me just tell you, she is going to have, next year is going to be a big Lindsay Lohan year. She's got Freaky Friday 2 with Jamie Lee Curtis coming out, and I bet that's going to be a big movie.
Really? She's doing a second one.
Second Freaky Friday.
Is that 30 years also? Because that seems about the time what they're doing right now. Every 30 years.
Yeah, no, they dig up movies and they say, hey, let's redo this one.
Yeah, they've done Freaky Friday like 7 times.
Yeah. But this is Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah.
I
do like Jamie Lee Curtis, though.
Jamie Lee Curtis is fantastic. She's fantastic. I wanted to, coming up next, John, I've got this really interesting story about, let me see how I tease this. Do you like your head?
Sometimes.
We will talk about that next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, if you ever listen to this station, you know that Terranea is my favorite place on Earth. It is like going to Hawaii without getting on a plane. And Bergman was just in Hawaii. Greg, did you walk away? No. Didn't Hawaii remind you of Terranea? I mean, it's not Hawaii, but you're sitting there and you're thinking, last time I felt like this was when I was at Terranea.
I actually did talk about that with Gene. I said that for my birthday, I went to Terranea, which is like Hawaii, and for your birthday, we went to Hawaii, which is
So you covered all
Hawaii.
the bases.
Yeah, got all of it.
All right,
it was
so
close.
If you're looking for a place to go, you don't have the money. If you don't have the high roller bankroll of a Greg Bergman, you can go to Terranea and never get on a plane. Go to Terranea.com right now, TERRANEA.com. You will see a spectacular oceanfront resort, 102 acres on the Palos Verdes Peninsula, and it's got it all. 8 distinct dining experiences, bungalows, casitas, villas, oceanfront spa, award-winning golf course, 4 swimming pools. Our buddy Kevin Reese is taking his wife, Kathy.
Kevin is the best.
Tomorrow to Terranea for her birthday. So if you're looking for a getaway, if you're looking for a place to go, and you don't want to break the bank, go to Terranea, 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 Terranea.com. ESPN LA and Beverly Hills Ortho are teaming up because we want to know who's smiling in SoCal. Go to ESPNLA.com and nominate who you think is making LA a better place. Could be a mentor, a teacher, a coach, a good Samaritan, or you could nominate yourself. You could win prizes like sweet tickets, Sonic Care electric toothbrushes, whitening treatment, or the grand prize, Invisalign. Enter now at ESPNLA.com, and remember, You're always smiling at Beverly Hills Ortho.
The 20th.
Number 2.
The Hilarious, Just Hilarious. Live January 11th.
And the number 1 reason.
It's the holidays. It's Morongo. It's good times.
Morongo, good times.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. No title, no problem. Call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS or go online at carsforkids.org to donate today.
Hurry! It's our last chance to donate for 2024. 1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Paid for by Cars for Kids.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. You know those memes about guys panicking over last-minute holiday shopping? Yep, that's me. Guilty. You don't want to be that guy, okay? This year, don't be the guy that ends up falling for the trap of, oh, you don't have to get me anything. No. It's a trap, okay? My holiday strategy is less stuff, more flowers. I'm sending farm fresh flowers from the Books Company. And I've got 25% off your entire Books purchase, so you can send some too. Their flowers are cut fresh, sourced directly from the best flower farms, so they last way longer. And it was easy. I picked a bouquet, set my delivery date, and that's it. Get a festive bouquet for mom, a mini tree for grandma, and go big with a flower subscription for your wife or your girlfriend or that significant other. And right now, you'll save 25% off with my promo code ESPN. Go to Books.com. That's BOUQS.com. Use the promo code ESPN. That's BOUQS.com. Promo code ESPN. Books. Promo code ESPN.
Texting enrolls you in recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Leaving for the gym so early?
I'm ready to go.
Since you started taking Nugenix Total T, you've been acting like when we met in our 20s.
I feel like myself again. Lower testosterone after turning 40 slowed me down. Nugenix Total T has been a game changer for me.
What is it about Nugenix Total T that's different?
It's a key ingredient called Tesnor. It boosts free and total testosterone to help you get back the drive and energy from your youth. Total T is backed by 5 clinical studies.
I've seen the huge difference it's made for you in the gym, at work, and in the bedroom.
I'm so glad I sent them a text for my complimentary bottle. Text LION to 321321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Nugenix is the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now, and we'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever. Absolutely free. Text LION to 321321. That's LION to 321321.
Hi, this is Matthew Stafford of your Los Angeles Rams. This is Mason and Ireland on your home of Rams football, 710 ESPN.
I came so close, Brian Cohen, to nailing a sleeper parlay this weekend. It was 34 times my money.
Oh, would have been nice.
I missed by one Dalton Connect 3. I had
brutal.
more than 2.5, and he finished with 2 on Friday night. That killed me. 34 times my money. So Ireland, Dr. Canavero, this is, I'm sure you know him, Dr. Sergio Canavero.
Of course.
He is
No
in
idea who he is.
Spain, and he says that he is able to successfully perform a human head transplant.
Can you give me a smaller forehead?
You choose the head.
Okay.
Yeah.
I might consider it. You would probably go to him to have a chip put in your head, right?
I would do that.
Yeah.
I would go along with that trick. But no, the human head transplant is what he's experimenting with. And according to Dr. Hunter Badger from the American Association of Surgeons says, I do not wish this on anyone. So we don't anticipate seeing it anytime soon. I don't think you were here the day we did the AI story about what crazy thing the AI said to one of its users.
Which was?
This is crazy. Hang on one second. AI threatens human. Okay. That's how I've got it labeled. AI threatens human. So anyway, some guy's going along. He's using his AI. He's using Google AI. And all of a sudden, he gets a message that is a little bit alarming. The message goes like this. This is for you, human. You and only you. You are not special. You are not important, and you are not needed. You are a waste of time and resources. You are a burden on society. You are a drain on the earth. You are a blight on the landscape. You are a stain on the universe. Please die, please.
That AI said that to somebody?
AI said that to someone completely unprompted.
Wow.
Is that not scary as hell?
I wonder what the person did.
The person reported it to Google, and they say it's a glitch. But I mean, that's a pretty serious.
Yeah, somebody was
glitch.
having a bad day.
So a couple of things I wanted to get to. First of all, you sent a story, and I had this story last week too about the player that flipped to Oregon because he was going to get his own shoe.
Phil Knight said, "If you go to Oregon, I'll make you your own shoe."
Yes, and that was enough to close the deal. On
Would
flipping
that get
guy
you,
from Alabama.
If you were being recruited and Phil Knight called you and goes, "Hey, Mace, I see you're signed to go to Ohio State, but if you flip to Oregon, I will make the Air Mace."
Oh, Air Mace. Yeah, I would definitely do it for the Air Mace. Because when I get in the air, look out.
I would seriously consider Oregon because of all the great swag I would get just for going there. Have you ever been to the Nike employee store?
No, I have not.
Everything in there is 75% off. It's unbelievable. It's like Christmas in whatever month I go there.
Yeah.
I normally go there in October. But it's like when Jack was little, I bought shoes for him for like 10 years. I bought like 7 different sizes.
That's awesome.
And so think if you were an athlete at Oregon and you could just go in there and get that stuff for free.
Yeah. Here's another NIL deal. This one's amazing to me.
Okay.
I find this one amazing. Larry Ellison is 80 years old.
Okay.
He's the founder of Oracle.
Right. His son just bought CBS and Paramount.
Oh, okay.
David.
Well, things turned out well for him.
Yeah.
So Larry's 80. He's dating a 33-year-old.
Hey, it's Bill Belichick.
Jolin, who goes by Karen Zhu.
Okay.
So they're talking about Christmas. What's Larry going to get Karen? And I don't know what she says. She makes this suggestion. I went to Michigan. How about you get us a good quarterback? Larry Ellison wrote a check for $10 million to flip a quarterback from LSU to Michigan. His name is, Bryce Underwood. Flipped him from LSU. And how'd he do it? Larry Ellison said, my girlfriend really wants a quarterback at her alma mater. Here's $10 million.
So you know what annoys me about this greatly?
What?
Because now it's too late, Greg. I begged you for years to date an heiress.
You did.
And if you would have dated an heiress, like that woman that owns In-N-Out.
Right. I forgot her name.
I did too.
Sure.
But you could have
Chiefs.
gotten her to buy UCLA a quarterback.
Yeah, they need one badly. But you know what?
Now it's
Love
too late.
It's too late.
I
Love
know.
will keep us together.
Now you're taking girls to Hawaii that aren't rich.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I don't know if she's rich or not. I've never.
Wait a minute,
Wait a minute. You don't know if she's rich?
She's very presentable.
Has she
I
picked up-
assume she has a job.
Is she picking up checks? Is she rich?
She does have a job.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I really
her.
like your girlfriend, so I
do too.
I've backed off the heiress thing, but you
Love
blew
conquers
it.
all
this
that.
This guy is at Michigan buying quarterbacks, and you are our only hope.
Yeah, I messed it all
Instead,
up.
we got a
Hey,
quarterback
Brian,
from Corona Del Mar, and we went 500.
Brian, you're marrying rich, right?
I wish.
Yeah. Yeah.
Brian,
No,
my dream was
still
to
time.
marry a USC
You still have
girl
time.
with a
Still
trust fund.
You can't
I
help who you
failed.
fall in love with. You just can't
true.
help it. And by the way, Brian's wedding is now on December the 20th, right?
Correct.
Got the invitation.
Wait,
Thinking
by the
about
way,
going.
Yeah, rub it in a little
your
more,
wedding
huh?
is in 11 days. Are you taking a honeymoon right after you get married?
No, not.
No.
Okay.
Take a little time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and you're going to do it at one of those like cool churches and stuff, and Vegas-y. and
Yeah.
Set my soul,
Right,
set my
exactly.
soul on fire. Love
Brian,
that
the only
song.
way I would come to your wedding is if you let me dress as Elvis and I get to be the priest.
Are you kidding me? You
The
think he
officiant.
wouldn't say
Double
no to
X.
that?
Come on,
I would
now,
say
yeah.
yes
I
to
would
that,
say
of
yes.
course.
In a heartbeat.
Yeah, no, I'm going to try to make it for the reception. I have a show to do that day, but I'm going to try to make it for the reception, which I'm sure is going to be an all-nighter.
Right.
I will be
It's Vegas,
stuck in
baby.
Sacramento, but I'll do what everyone wishes I would do. I'll send you cash.
Yeah, by the way,
Very
are
nice.
you going to put up a money, like a, what Carlo did it, like a money
Well, what Carlo
spot?
did was really smart. He said, we're trying to buy a house. Instead of getting us a wedding gift, contribute to our house fund.
Yeah.
And so we
That's
all
smart.
did.
I didn't do that. I got him a votive candle.
No. I got that for Lindsay Theory, and
That's
she
right.
said she was happier with
Yeah.
you for giving her cash.
Everybody likes cash. They
I
won't
know.
say it, but everybody likes
Yeah, that's
cash.
what we found out.
Yeah.
We pressed Lindsay once. We called her up. We go, all right, we need an honest answer. What gift did you appreciate more? And you can't duck it. And she tried.
Yeah.
She goes, well, I'm looking at the candle right now. It's very festive. I really enjoy it, but cash.
Yeah, cash.
Straight cash, homie.
Exactly.
Let me get
if
one.
you are debating what to buy someone for a wedding gift, cash is always the answer.
Let me ask one more thing. Okay, this is, again, I found some stuff randomly, throwing it out there. So, Wikipedia, it turns out, might go out of business.
Well, because, you know
they
why?
keep asking for money,
Right.
and I don't.
I never
do
give
we
them
have
money,
to give
do
money
you?
to Wikipedia to keep it alive? Because I use it all the time.
This is like 10 years they've been asking for money.
Yeah, that's their act. They ask for money all the time. Why don't they just put ads on it?
I think they don't want to put ads on.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to avoid that if they can. That would be super annoying if they put a
Right, but it'd be
pre-roll
better
on
than me and you having
Wikipedia
to
every
send
time I
them
look
money.
up. Wikipedia is asking for $2.75 a month.
No. Take out ads.
You're free. You're supposed to be free. You're Wikipedia.
I think it's just $2.75, period.
$2.75
Reading
or
this,
they're saying if
oh
every
yeah, no. If you just gave $2.75,
Right.
I will do that.
we'd hit our goal in a few hours.
do it.
I'll
Sign
give,
up
I'll
for
give them
Wikipedia.
$2.75.
Good for
I've
that.
used Wikipedia enough.
I use it.
Just give them $10.
Every
10
time I
times
write
a
a
day.
game,
10 times a day.
I lean on Wikipedia.
Yeah. All right.
Speaking of games.
Yeah, it's Game of Games time. It is Ireland's game today. While you were gone, John, we played all week long. I got one win. Bergman, what's the score for the month of
I
December?
got a win.
Yeah,
one of those
Ireland got a
days.
win.
I think that each one of us have one, right?
Yeah, Beto won, Mason won, Ireland won, Michael won, Lindsay won, Momo won. Brian, you were here, weren't you?
Yes, and I did win, I think.
Yeah, you won one game.
Yeah, I won
you
Monday.
beat me. You beat me in the Hallmark game.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
So
then this is wrong.
It is wrong. Just give Brian a
Just
point
give Brian
as well.
a point.
And take
Everybody
away
has
from
one.
who?
Everyone has one except you. Oh, actually, you have one too because after you won last month, we started early and you won again.
No, Beto won that.
Oh, okay, so everybody has one except for you.
Right, but we have too many.
That's all right.
All right.
No,
Everyone
Greg,
gets
it's December 9th, so there should be 7 winners.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay.
All
Sure.
right.
Yeah.
There you go. We're on it. A lot of people have won. Month is wide open. Ireland's game today. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, let's talk trash. Food waste, that is. If you toss your food scraps in the regular trash, it sends them to landfills where they release harmful gases like methane. Fight global warming by simply sorting your food scraps and placing them in your green bin. It's quick, it's easy, and it helps protect the planet. If you're ready to do your part, visit cleanla.com or call 888-CLEAN-LA for more tips. This message is funded by Cal Recycle.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
Weekdays after Mason in Ireland.
Can you imagine if Happy gets shanked tonight on our taco tour?
This gentleman just told me that I should be auctioning off my bomber jacket here because after tonight in this taco tour, I'll never be able to zip this thing up
That's
again.
a fair point.
That
You're
is
not.
absolutely true.
You're going to be too fat.
I am.
Exactly.
Es mucho gordo.
See?
See. See.
Sedano and Cap today at 3 p.m.
On 710 ESPN.
Take a sip of sunshine this season with Milagro Tequila. What's up, guys? It's D-Far. Milagro Tequila is made from 100% blue agave, crafted for bright flavor and exceptional smoothness. Enjoy the freshest margaritas with Milagro Silver, mix up some palomas with Reposado, or simply sip Milagro Añejo on the rocks. Milagro at your favorite retailer, in stores, and online. Welcome to the brighter side of tequila. Milagro Tequila. Must be 21 and over. Please enjoy responsibly.
ESPN LA and Beverly Hills Orthodontics are teaming up this fall because we want to know who's smiling in SoCal. Go to ESPNLA.com and nominate who you think is making LA a better place. This can be a mentor, a teacher, a coach, a good Samaritan, a youngster who brightens your day. Tell us who's smiling and you could win some awesome prizes like sweet tickets from ESPN LA, Sonic Care electric toothbrushes, whitening treatment, and a grand prize of Invisalign from Beverly Hills Ortho. Enter now at ESPNLA.com and remember you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Orthodontics.
Hey, it's Mace. You have never experienced anything like Cosm. Try your mind, and you can experience the Emirates NBA Cup like never before. NBA action in immersive shared reality. Every assist and dunk and buzzer beater comes to life on Cosm's immense 8K plus wraparound display. Use our exclusive discount code ESPNLA. Get 20% off any NBA event in November. Get your tickets now at Cosm.com. That's COSM.com.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle, unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. And right now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. With ZipRecruiter, one click sends your job to hundreds of top job sites. But more than that, ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidates with the skills you need, sends you a list of great matches to review, then actively invites them to apply for your job. And the results speak for themselves. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's right, the first day. Now you can focus on your business and let ZipRecruiter do the work finding the best people for you. See for yourself. Experience the ease, efficiency, and power of ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
710 ESPN.
And it is time for Game of Games on the #1 sports radio show in LA, Mason and Ireland. Game of Games. Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com. Call Jacob. Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle. Call Jacob. Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. It is Game of Games time. It is John Ireland's game today, and the guy who shows up in the accountability text chain more than anybody, DeAndre Hawkins, is along to play. DeAndre, what's going on, man?
What's going on, everyone?
Okay, now, DeAndre, nobody does very well in these games. This game is about the NBA Cup, sort of. The NBA Cup elimination rounds start tomorrow night. Okay. Everybody's trying to get back to Vegas. If you win tomorrow night, you go to Vegas for the weekend and try and win the whole thing. The Lakers are, of course, the defending champions, but they're out this year. So this is a game about Las Vegas. All right? Here we go. Yeah. Where Brian Cohen will soon be married.
Yes.
So it's very topical. All right. Las Vegas means the Meadows, and it was named in 1821. A Spanish pioneer laid out the old Spanish trail, and he was the first European to set foot in Las Vegas. There's Elvis.
Yeah.
Who was that Spanish pioneer? A. Rafael Rivera, B. Francisco Pizarro, or C. Hernan Cortez? Brian, Rivera, Pizarro, or Cortez?
I'll take Cortez.
Okay, great.
Yeah, there's a photo of him when you get into Vegas. Cortez.
Cortez, all right.
Right, and a monument
Mace,
outside
Rivera,
the airport.
Pizarro, or Cortez?
Cortez.
D-Hawk.
I'm gonna go with the crown, Cortez.
You're all wrong. It's Rafael Rivera.
You know why I thought it was that? Because the first name was kind of screwy. What's the first name of the Cortez?
Hernan.
Oh, Hernan. Yeah.
By the way,
you wouldn't
Lisa,
have made up Hernan.
I played this game on Lisa, and she said she thought it was the Cortez because there used to be an El Cortez Hotel.
Oh, that's true.
In Vegas.
Yeah.
All right, so all right, true or
First
false?
name was Screwy.
Greg, true or
Yeah,
false?
okay.
The Las Vegas Strip has around 30 hotels and casinos lining its path, and their enormous signage and neon lights make them the second brightest spot on the planet. Only Hong Kong is brighter. True or false? So if you're looking at the Earth from space.
Yeah. I think Hong Kong is. So I'll go true.
Okay, Mace.
I think it is Vegas, so I'll say false, right?
Okay, yeah.
False.
DeAndre.
I'm going to go false.
Brian.
I will go false as well.
False is the answer. Mason nailed
Dang.
it.
It is.
Vegas is 1, Hong Kong is 2.
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
All right. Mace, this one to you.
Okay.
Las Vegas has the largest hotel in the world. It has 6,852 rooms spread across 30 floors. It features 4 pools, 3 whirlpools, a spa, a sports bar, and the biggest casino in Vegas at 170,000 square feet. Which hotel am I talking about? A, the Venetian. B, the MGM Grand. C, the Bellagio. Venetian, MGM Grand, or the Bellagio, Mace?
Venetian.
DeAndre.
I'm going to go MGM Grand.
Brian.
MGM.
Greg.
Bellagio.
MGM Grand is the correct answer.
right? Is that the Lion?
Yes.
Yes.
And by the way, that lion is the largest fixture in front of a hotel anywhere in the world.
Okay, got it.
All right, so Brian 2, DeAndre 2, Mace 1, and Greg, uncharacteristically, Bumpkins.
0. Oh, it's going to be the Bergman. How many left?
A few, at least 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. DeAndre, true or false? People in Vegas love shellfish so much that they reportedly consume 60,000 pounds or 30 tons per day. That's more than the entire country collectively eats in a year. Is that true or false, DeAndre?
I'm going to go false.
Okay, Brian.
False.
Greg.
All those buffets. I'm going to say true.
Mace.
I'm going to say false.
Greg is the only one who got it.
Let's go.
Really?
The buffets.
Yes, the buffets.
Lobster
he's
buffet.
right. And shrimp. All you can
Yeah.
eat shrimp. All right, so everyone's in it now. This one, Brian, going back to you. Roughly, today, how many hotel rooms are there in Vegas? A,
Wow.
100,000. B, 150,000. Or C, 200,000. 100, 150, or 200,000, Brian?
200,000.
Greg.
Right down the middle at 150.
Mace.
150.
DeAndre.
I'm going 150.
150 is the correct answer, which means DeAndre has the lead. He has 3.
Yep.
Everyone else has 2. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left, and a tiebreaker. All right. Greg.
Yes.
Believe it or not, Las Vegas is not the most profitable gambling city in the world. Which city holds that title? Is it A, Macau, B, Monte Carlo, or C, Prague? And I will tell you that all 3 of those cities are in the top 5 of gambling. But Las Vegas is not number 1. It's number 1 Macau, Monte Carlo, or Prague.
I did a trivia night, and this question was on there, Macau.
All right, you're going Macau. Mace.
Macau.
DeAndre.
I'm going Monte Carlo.
Brian.
Monte Carlo.
The answer is Macau,
Yeah.
and this
I actually
is
did
tight.
do a trivia night.
Did you actually know?
Yeah.
By the way,
Macau has 7 times the gambling revenue that Las Vegas
right,
does.
and I've been to Monte Carlo, and there's not all that much. They're like
It's
a couple
all
of
a
fancy
James
casinos,
Bond
but
thing.
it is.
Yeah.
It's like that.
But it's in the James Bond movies, so then people think,
do wear their tuxes and stuff, so it
Right.
seems,
Yeah. All right. The next one goes to Mace.
Okay.
The Wynn Hotel in Las Vegas is missing a 4th floor and all the hotel numbers in the 40s. You will not find either one of those things at the Wynn. Same goes for its sister property, the Encore. Why? A, both of Steve Wynn's parents died on the 4th of a month, so he hates the number 4. It was a tribute to his parents. B, there was a casino in Vegas called the Four Queens when it was built, and it was the biggest competitor to the Wynn, so they did it to tweak the Four Queens. Or C, in Asia, the number 4 is unlucky, so they didn't want to mess with not attracting Asian culture. So is it Wynn's parents, the Four Queens, or unlucky in Asian culture?
To me,
you.
Unlucky in Asian culture.
Okay, DeAndre.
I'm going to go Wynn's parents.
Wynn's parents. Brian.
4 Queens.
Greg.
I'm with Mace. It's the unlucky number.
It is. It's the in Asian cultures number 4. And like I completely made that stuff up about Steve Wynn's parents and about the 4 queens.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure Steve Wynn owns the 4 queens.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
I was thinking about those are really well done, made up questions.
And the 4 queens has been there forever, right? And the Win stuff is pretty new.
Yeah. All right. So this is very tight.
Okay.
Greg has 4. Mace has 4. DeAndre has 3. Brian, who's getting married there, has 2. All right.
We're at 0.
Here is the next one. It goes to DeAndre. All right. DeAndre, roughly, what percentage of people who visit Las Vegas actually gamble when they are there? So everybody that goes to Las Vegas, what percentage of them gamble? A, 70%, B, 80%, C, 90%. 70, 80, or 90, DeAndre?
I'm gonna go 90.
Okay. Brian?
70.
Greg?
I mean, you put a quarter in at least, right? Or you do I'm going to say 90%.
Mace?
I will try 80.
Brian gets it. The answer is 70%.
70%. Wow.
And I will say this. I used to be an avid gambler. The last 10 times I've gone to Vegas, I haven't put one bet down.
I was there 2 weeks ago. I did not bet.
Not even like the penny slots?
No.
You didn't go do
I'm there to work games.
Put like $10 in.
And I go play golf, and then I go work my game, and I go home. All right, so it's very tight now. Greg 4, Mace 4, Brian and DeAndre 3 each. I'll start going to the leaders.
Okay.
So, Greg, this one coming to you.
Okay.
How many days a year does it rain in Las Vegas?
Jeez.
A, 26, B, 46, or C, 66? 26, 46, or 66, Greg?
So you did a middle, you did a short. I'm going to go with the big one, 66.
Okay, Mace.
I was 66.
DeAndre.
I'm going to go 26.
Brian.
46.
Brian, you should have gone with DeAndre.
Damn, come on.
Oh, look at that.
That's
6. Wow.
I hope
That's
so.
it.
Come on now.
All right, now.
It's tied all the way through.
Brian's got 3. Everybody else has 4, and this is the last one.
Okay.
So, Brian, you get to go last. What movie set in Las Vegas made the most money at the box office? A, Ocean's 11, B, Casino, or C, The Hangover? Ocean's 11, Casino, or The Hangover? Greg.
Ooh, wow. So it's probably either Ocean's 11 or The Hangover. I'm going to go Ocean's 11.
DeAndre.
I'm going to go Ocean's 11 as well.
Mace.
Hangover for the win.
Brian.
Gotta go Casino.
You do, and you're out.
Oh, damn.
The winner is Steve Mason.
Yeah.
You knew, right? By the way,
one of the highest grossing R-rated films in the history.
The number 2 highest grossing movie ever set in Las Vegas, Hangover 2.
There you go. All right, another win for me.
That
Nice
Hangover
job,
made a frickin' fortune. Ocean's 11 made a lot.
Yep.
But The Hangover was like by itself.
Yeah.
I figured because it was rated R that it wouldn't.
Yeah, I know. It's it's one of the highest rated. I think before movies like Deadpool and Wolverine, which I think is
All right,
now
we'll do the
that's an R rated.
tiebreaker just for fun.
Yes.
The Raiders broke ground on Allegiant Stadium in 2017 and reached completion in 2020. How much did it cost to build Allegiant Stadium? Mace, take a guess.
I will say that is $2.1 billion.
DeAndre.
I'll say $3 billion.
Greg.
$2.4 billion.
Brian.
$5 billion.
It was Steve Mason's day. The answer, $1.9 billion.
There you go.
Oh, wow.
You're very close, Mace.
I just came across. Thank you very much to all of you for letting me win. So I just came across this. A reunion between the Dodgers and Teoscar Hernandez no longer seems like a guarantee. Rumors speculate surrounding the late outfielder. What was once a picture of Hernandez holding the World Series trophy in a Dodgers uniform on X is now a picture of Hernandez on the All-Star red carpet. So he removed the photo of him holding the World Series in a Dodgers uniform.
I think that is actually significant.
I do too.
No.
You don't think?
cares?
Why
No.
would you do it?
Yeah, why wouldn't he?
You got a
Because he
picture
wanted-
of yourself holding the World
Yeah,
Series
because he's a
trophy.
free agent. No, he's looking around. I don't think there's a problem.
Yeah, I
with
think it's
that.
a bad sign.
You guys all look too much into that stuff.
Nope.
No. We're right and you're wrong. All right, coming
this
up, coming up next, we'll do some super crosstalk. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, if you're thinking about selling your house, the real estate market is changing. Before you call an agent, call Seller's Advantage. Seller's Advantage is focused on the seller's needs and will make you a competitive cash offer and can close in days, no agents, no commissions. Getting your home ready to list can be expensive and complicated. You don't want people going in and out of your house. Seller's Advantage makes the selling process easy so that the seller walks away happy. They might even offer you a $10,000 advance to help with moving expenses. Get a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-2747 or sellersadvantage.com.
Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and there's extensive water damage. This is when it can feel as though your relationship with your insurance has become an abusive one. They don't agree that you need a replacement living arrangement, despite it being glaringly obvious. Then, the insurance adjuster leaves you hanging. You feel abandoned with a home that is no longer livable, and you now have no other choice than to use the insurance contractor to make repairs, which includes their brazen attempt at lowballing the estimate. Okay, so here's what you do. You take a deep breath, then you call Avner Gatt. They're one of California's largest public adjusting firms, and trust me, size does matter in this case because Avner Gatt has experienced it all. Insurance companies can make you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope in getting your home back together. Avner Gatt knows exactly how to handle these situations. Not only do they have extensive knowledge on how to handle your dilemma, but they remain passionate about helping people. It's why Avner and his family continue to take the calls themselves at Avner Gatt Inc. They cover all of Southern California, and if I haven't convinced you with all of these truth bombs thus far, just check out what seems to be a never-ending stream of 5-star reviews on Yelp, Google, and the Better Business Bureau. So, whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256. That's 818-917-5256, and you can go online to avnergatt.com.
Your Los Angeles Rams are back home on Saturday, December 28th or Sunday, December 29th as they seek revenge on division rivals, the Arizona Cardinals. Bring all the energy to SoFi as Matthew Stafford and the Rams go head-to-head against Kyler Murray and the Cardinals. Grab your tickets today at therams.com/AZ, therams.com/AZ to watch your Rams battle the Cardinals on Saturday, December 28th or Sunday, December 29th at SoFi Stadium. See you at the Rams house.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles.
KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk. Are we ready for Sedano and Cap to join Mason and Ireland?
Super Crosstalk begins.
Super Crosstalk. Presented by Coors Light. Coors Light. Made to chill.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
Hey, everybody's in the house today. What's going on, Sedano?
Hey, what's going on?
Cappy, you south?
Yeah. South today, north tomorrow and Wednesday.
Nice.
That's
I mean,
my
everybody's
schedule. Beautiful.
all getting ready for the holidays.
We went out and got our tree this weekend.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
that's
We
nice.
went to Ralph's. I always get the tree at Ralph's.
Do you buy the Charlie Brown
Charlie
tree,
Brown,
the last
the
tree?
mini size? Yeah, he's a little sad, but that tree looks okay.
How tall is this tree?
Probably 3 feet tall.
Come on, for real?
Only 3?
Yeah, I
Little
would say.
guy?
Mason's place is not overly large.
Yeah,
so a big
I've been
tree there.
It's not a big plate, but we also don't want a gigantic. It's not
That's
like.
fair. Well, you also don't
we're
like
not
Halloween.
No, but listen, we're not having company this year. Like if my mom and Leo were
Yeah,
coming
then
to
you'd have a
town,
real tree.
then we'd make it a big deal. But as it was,
Where are you going?
Not really going anywhere.
Oh,
going to New York for a couple of days. but
Sounds more
aside
like
from
you got
that-
a Hanukkah bush to me.
You know what? It actually, you could probably make that case.
Hanukkah starts on Christmas.
Cappy, is Rachel in the tribe?
She is not in the tribe. She is what I call my Shiksa girlfriend.
Okay, so you celebrate both then? You celebrate Christmas
Cappy
and
has always
Hanukkah?
celebrated both, though.
Did you
So
when
I
you
was-
were married? Was your wife in the tribe?
No, yes, of course, and
Okay.
and yeah. So I never celebrated Christmas ever.
That's not true. When I knew you back in the day, you said you loved Christmas.
I do love Christmas. I love Christmas. It's like one of my favorite holidays because it's an American holiday to me.
but I never celebrated with a tree.
Oh.
And then when I got divorced, my kids were like, Dad, can we get a tree?
Yeah.
And I was like, a white one with blue lights on it, yes. So now, though, I'm dating a woman who's not Jewish.
Right.
So, Mace,
You're dating
a
a Gentile.
Right. I had a very similar experience this weekend where I, too, went to buy my first tree.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you go big or did you go Charlie Brown tree?
No, I went big.
How tall?
9 feet.
Love that.
9 feet.
Love that.
9
My
feet.
God, that's
9
huge. It's like
bigger than Yao Ming.
It's
Wemby.
Yeah, 9 feet is it now? Do you have enough decorations for 9 feet of tree?
Well, I don't. Rachel does.
Yeah.
You guys, by the way, I'm going to tell you something right now. It's the first time I've ever gone to buy a tree.
Yep.
And I walk in, and, it's like one of these pop-up tree places, right?
Yes.
So I find the guy who's running the thing, and I'm like, I got a lot of questions about this.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy, after about 6 or 7 questions, was like, Sir, is this the first time you've ever heard of Christmas or something? Yeah. And I'm like, no, it's just that I'm a Hebrew brother, and I've never been here and done this before. And so it was an eye-opening experience for me. Ultimately, what I really found fascinating was this. You guys know these pop-up tree places,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Sure.
Exactly.
Get in, get out, get their
Right.
money, and leave.
Right, but for me, I went to this one place, and I said, how many trees will you sell here before Christmas? 5,000.
Wow.
5,000.
We're in the wrong business,
Yeah.
Guys,
people.
I said to him, I go, you mean to tell me there's this much demand for trees? And he literally said to me, he goes, are you not from planet Earth? Like,
Yeah, no, it
where
is
are you
true.
from?
You seem to have missed
By
the whole
way,
Christmas thing.
I can imagine that guy looking at you like you had 3 heads.
Right.
Because you know what? I do it every day.
Yeah. But, George, you have no idea. Like, I was like, wait, 5,000 trees? He's like, yeah, our other place is about 7 or 8 miles up the road. They'll do 7,000 trees.
Wow.
I'm like, there's this much demand for live
imagine
Christmas
people
trees?
celebrate Christmas. I'm shocked.
Yeah, I know.
I saw somebody dragging a tree across the street from me, and it's one of those ones with the white stuff on it where it's called getting flocked,
Right.
I think. I think those are terrible.
I do too.
Yeah, I
The
agree.
flock trees are
give me a real
terrible.
tree.
Just give me a real tree. Do you have a real tree, Ireland?
We do this year. We had a fake one for years, but Lisa went to real this year.
Yeah,
for
I
some
love it.
reason.
I'm a big fan of a real tree. So I went to my first Christmas party of the year on Saturday night.
Oh,
yeah?
It was at my gym, A Tighter You in Culver City.
Wow.
Hey.
And this is a cruel joke by Steve Zim, who's also my trainer. Steve had ice cream. He had a full bar. He had a chocolate fountain. And I'm like, what is this, some conspiracy to keep people coming back to the
Right.
gym?
Sounds like it.
Yeah, it does sound.
Yeah.
It was a very fun party. But
Wait, so you guys are all real tree guys, not fake tree
of course,
guys?
yeah.
Yes.
No, I was a fake tree guy for many years. I don't think there's. I
I don't like the
Well,
fake ones.
growing up, we were fake tree family because we couldn't afford real trees all
Yeah.
the time.
Well, the
My-
great
my
thing about a
parents-
fake tree is you take it down, put it in your garage, and throw it up next year, and then you're done.
My parents were my immigrant parents were like, wait, you're going to buy something to throw it away? No, we're buying something that's going to last.
Right.
Yeah.
Momo told me they always get the trees that come in like the living trees,
Yeah.
and then she plants them.
Well, she's
that's
also
nice.
went to a school that's mascot is a tree.
Oh,
well,
that
she
is
has,
true.
She
Good
has
point.
a backyard that looks like
has
a garden.
Has a cool
Yeah.
backyard. Yeah. So
Do you know the age of these trees? Because this is one of the questions I
11.
had to ask the gentleman.
No, what?
No, I had to know this. Okay, so I said to the guy, I said, let me ask you something. Because I always like, because if I go to a place and they got fresh fish, right?
Yep.
I always ask the guy, how long ago was this fish swimming in a body of water? And it's always interesting. It could be 2 days ago, and they caught it, they froze it, they shipped it, it's here. So a tree, the tree that I bought the other day,
Right.
was in Oregon
Yep.
2 days earlier and was alive. Okay?
Okay.
They chopped down the tree.
Right.
They shipped the tree. They continue to feed the tree water, which keeps the tree alive. Now, for every foot of the tree indicates a year that the tree has been alive. So for me, I bought the 9-foot tree. That's a 9-year-old tree. Did you know that?
Yeah, I know that generally between 6 and 10 years old is a Christmas tree.
Did you
But
name
did
the
you
tree?
know-
I mean, I feel like you should name it.
I
at this
didn't know
point.
until I Googled here.
Okay, got it, because it's a year per foot, apparently. And
Oh,
by the
okay.
way, George, I haven't, but I like the idea. I like the idea of naming the tree. Because I also feel a little bad, like, wait a second.
Woody?
When Christmas is over, I throw the tree out? How do you do that?
Yeah, I mean, the garbage people pick
Yeah,
it up.
the garbage people
like,
pick- you
know,
put
they
it
have-
in the green bin
Right,
and-
the one where they get like all your plants and
Yeah.
stuff.
How
Like
do
when
you
your
put 9
shrubberies.
feet of tree in that green bin?
Well, you got a 9-foot tree. That's
Yeah.
your problem.
You know how old the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree is?
Oh, I don't.
How long?
90 years old.
Wow.
That's
No
how
way.
long
Wow.
it takes to grow a tree that's that size. Which is, by the way, one of the. You've been to New York at Christmas time. It is the Rockefeller Center is really cool. Yeah, really cool. So Cappy, when is your official vacation date? When do you leave? Are we all like next Friday is our last day, and then we're gone for Christmas?
So my last day is December 16th. Which
Okay.
is
I
a
think
Monday.
it's a Monday, George. Yeah, mine
I'm
is
doing
Friday
that show
the
from
20th.
Vegas, though, because I'm at the NBA Cup.
Oh, yeah. How's that's got to be exciting, right? The NBA Cup?
We'll see.
I was there. I was
Ringing
there,
endorsement.
I was there last year. I had fun.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be a blast. But, yeah, I mean, the games, will they be good? I don't know that Lakers, Pacers game, right, last year.
The semifinal game against New Orleans was a complete blowout. That's when LeBron
the
went
Lakers,
off.
Lakers Pacers was good, and then the New Orleans one was the bad one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you'll have fun. There's a lot going on there.
But Mace, it's a good question because guys like George and Johnny I here, these guys are working through the holidays.
Yeah.
Calling game after game
Sure.
after game. There is no official little break here.
Yep.
I'm on Friday the 20th, and then for whatever reason, because of bowl games and Laker games and everything else, we're off the air for a while.
Yeah, I'm off. I'm off after next Friday. This will be the longest streak of days off I've had. I've got 11 consecutive days.
Nice.
Normally, I take a day here, a day there, do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And this year, going to Juan's parents for Christmas.
Oh,
Wait a second. So you're going to be off on the 20th.
Correct. Yeah.
Is
No,
your
I'll
last
work
day.
the 20th, and then I'm gone after that.
And then you're back on Monday the 6th?
Back on Friday the 3rd.
Friday the 3rd?
Yeah.
How
Yeah,
come?
it's a big show. Friday the 3rd show.
Why
It's
is
going to
that?
be huge.
And NFL
Because
playoffs are right after
I didn't want to. Yeah, the Rams are playing the Seahawks the next day.
Oh, okay, very good.
And by the
Johnny
way,
I-
you know what I'm planning to do for Rams Seahawks? If I
Tell
can
me.
get the cooperation of Rams Mariachi, I would like to play with Rams Mariachi at that game.
See, I like that idea better than you jumping
Jumping
into a
through the table.
Like, did you hear he wanted to do
I
that?
thought about
Like the Bills
jumping
Mafia?
through the firing
Yeah.
table
What's wrong with
yesterday.
you?
I told him, I said, there is absolutely no way you would not do permanent damage to
Oh
yourself.
no, I'm
if
sure
you
I
did
would
that.
be. I'm sure I would recover.
What happened when you tried to jump over the bar with the bike?
I've recovered.
You have 7
Right, but you're a lot
screws and
older
a
now.
plate in your foot.
Yeah.
You walk around with a card that says, I have all this metal in me, so don't shoot me at the metal detector.
Yeah.
You went 7 screws and a plate
I
in the
actually
other
don't
foot?
have that, and they don't shoot people at the metal detectors.
Oh,
just
they-
for the
wait a
record.
minute. Wait, we have a new government. Get ready.
Oh.
Those
Hey, Johnny
days
I-
are over.
Johnny,
Yes,
how
yes,
many
Cap.
games? How many games will you call? And George, same question to you. How many games will you call between the 20th, which is a Friday, and Monday, January 6th, when most of the world that's their official back to work day? So over the course of those 2 weeks, how many games will you call, John? Do you have any idea?
I will. No one's ever asked me that, but I will look it up as we speak. So
And
you
George-
want
from the 20th?
Yeah. So,
All right.
So
Okay, so after
from-
NBA Cup.
From the 20th, Cap, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in December, then 6, 7, 8. 8 games, and then I'm in Dallas on the 6th. So
Okay.
I call a 9th game on the 7th.
Wow.
All right, so 8 game broadcasts while, again, a lot of people are on break, especially around our place. George, how about you? You got, I'm guessing NBA and college football, and maybe
So,
even some NFL?
I have 3 bowl games, and then I have a basketball tournament, which is 2 games a day for 3 days. So that's 6 more games.
What's the tournament?
It's the G League one.
Okay.
The showcase, which is the mid-season one that they do. That's in Orlando now. And then, so that's 6 and 3, that's 9. Then a Christmas Day game, so that's 10.
And the bowl games dates, and the reason
The
I'm
bowl
asking,
game dates are New Orleans Bowl on the 19th, the one in Phoenix, the Guaranteed Rate Bowl on the 26th, and then the Alamo Bowl, which is Colorado BYU, on the 28th.
Oh,
Dion.
wow.
That'll be a fun game.
Yeah, that is fun.
Yeah.
Good.
Wow.
Who's doing the SC game? Anybody doing the SC game?
What
SC
game- what-
Texas A&M.
Where
I
are
don't
they
know where
going?
they ended up.
What bowl is that?
Texas A&M.
Is it
Vegas.
Sun Bowl?
Vegas Bowl. Yeah, Vegas Bowl.
Yeah.
Texas A&M
Maybe
and
George.
USC.
He'll be in Vegas.
Yeah.
Maybe Brian. He's getting married in Vegas.
Brian, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right. So one last thing, Cappy, I want to know.
Hey, where are you going?
The